Hi, friends. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. I hope that you're having a good day so far and that everything is off to a good start. It's been a decent day here. Philip left for New York again this morning for a work trip that's continued. It was kind of a surprise add on to what he was doing before. So excited that he gets to go back, bummed that he's gone. But yeah, looking forward to a couple nice days with Penny. Just chilling in the house. But today we're going to build, or at least get started on building, the Darth Vader upscaled minifigure. These upscaled minifigure sets are so much fun. We've built, let's see, if I move this way, you can see, let me scoot my chair, just over there, the classic minifigure, which is fun. And then somewhere maybe tucked away somewhere, we have the brick built Santa, not this one, but the actual one that's the set. So this one was one that we found the instructions off of Rubricable and had the most fun over the course of an entire summer, gathering the parts and slowly building it, and did a time lapse video of the whole thing, which was a lot of fun. So. But in terms of these ones that are posable and movable and stuff, we've got the classic one right there. We have the Santa. Now we have Darth Vader, which is fun. And we also have the pirate that is the Lego House exclusive, but that has yet to be built. So we'll have to eventually get around to doing that one. But let's dive in to Darth Vader. So we first have a sticker sheet. Not too many stickers, which is nice. We've got the two, are these eyes? I guess we'll have to see where those go as we get going. But I love all the different buttons and things that are going to make it look just like Vader's outfit. And then it comes with a very large cape, which I'm not going to open now. I'll open it when we get to the point in the set to actually do it. But one thing that I love with the printing on these is anytime you get paper or things in these little tiny paper bags, they always include that symbol that means do not cut because you don't want to accidentally cut the cape. And then it also has this very long axle that I'm guessing is going to be inside our lightsaber here to help make sure that it's sturdy and stays together. So I'll set those aside for now and we will dive into the build. And I am going to switch views so that you'll be able to see the dual view again. So, yay! Hi, Brandon. It's understandable for this particular figure to have stickers compared to the others. I agree. I think this one, it makes sense for it to have them, and I'm curious to see where they all go. I think on the classic figure, we didn't have any stickers. The face was a print, which was nice, so, but I can't remember, and I don't know about the pirate since I haven't done it yet, so. Do you have any of these upscaled minifigures? They're actually a lot of fun to build. I feel like you learn a lot in terms of the techniques, and it's interesting to do something that's scaled up. It's actually a really fun challenge to give yourself, and I've done that a couple different times with build prompts that have us do some upscaled things, and I've really enjoyed the challenge to get there, which is a lot of fun. So, streamers for live, how's it going? Good morning slash midnight. Have you been watching any of the World Cup stuff? I've been watching some of the Australia sets, or some of the Australia team matches, which has been a lot of fun. I'm guessing that it's in a very different time for you, so I don't know if you're watching them, if you are watching them, and if you're watching them live or not. But good to have you here for a little bit. You have the original one from 2023. Nice. Yeah, that one was the first one that I got too. I loved it. I was super excited about it. And then last year when they released the Santa, I requested it for review so that we could build it and have it as a part of our winter wonderland that our home becomes every year. So that was a lot of fun as well. And I almost said pineapple. The pirate, I was really excited about, and thrilled that we were able to get it when we were visiting the Lego house back in October. But I didn't think it would take this long for us to get around to building it. We just have not had time at all. It's been crazy busy. So, but it'll be a wonderful build for a fun day, maybe a rainy day. I feel like everybody always says that. I'm like, well, it rains here. It's rained here quite a bit, but let's see. That's because the USA is in the same group as Australia. That is true. But also because Philip and I have been watching nearly every game that we can. He is working on a really cool project that's connected to the World Cup. And so because of that, we have become World Cup fanatics, which has been a lot of fun. So the upscaled spaceman makes me want to build an upscaled Emmet. Yes, I would love that. And honestly, I feel like with the upscaled spaceman, they need to provide a printed face to switch him to Benny. I think that would be fantastic. That is one that I don't have, but I want. And honestly, I feel like we're running out of space for these upscaled figs. So I don't know that we will get the upscaled spaceman, but we'll see, I guess. So. Half of Australia woke up at 5 a.m. to watch us lose to y'all. Oh, bummer. But I am glad that people are still watching it. So when I was in undergrad in college, I remember watching with my roommate. He would wake me up at like 3 in the morning so that we could watch some of the games. I don't remember where it was held that year, but I do remember that experience with him, which was a lot of fun. So, and I wasn't really a big soccer fan necessarily at the time, or football is the right way to say it, I suppose. But I still enjoyed kind of sharing in the experience with him. And I would kind of say the same here now. Like, this is making me a bigger football fan. I'm enjoying it a lot, but it's not necessarily something that like we were regularly watching. So it's been really fun to have that connection with Philip's job. It's made it into something that feels bigger and more exciting for us. So right now, I believe we are building one of the feet. And we will probably have in bag 2 another foot that's identical, or maybe like bags 1 through 3 are one leg and then it moves on to the other leg. But I do enjoy the build process with these. There's a little bit of repetition, but it's still mirror imaged. And so I think that adds a little bit of fun to it that makes it feel less repetitive, I suppose. So let's see. Yeah, I have decided that I am a fan of Messi, so therefore I am a fan of his team, which is a lot of fun. So telling Philip, we went to a sporting goods store to get some clothes for him for his work trips that were connected to the World Cup, and he was like wanting every single kit from every single team, and it was like, this is expensive. But after he got back from his trip and we were watching some of the games, I was like, I really want an Argentina kit. That would be fun to have. So I don't think I'll get one, but it's fun. It's nice to see the world playing well together. Like, that's one of the things I'm really valuing about the experience of watching it is, there's a lot of positivity that comes from people opening their borders and sharing space and time together and, playing in friendly matches together. So the U.S. is in a golden generation of association football. I remember the days of Clint Dempsey at Fulham, but your young players and Christian Pulisic have a better chance. Interesting. I love that you know so much about this too. Americans are captivated by Messi right now, like how they were when Pele. Yeah, right? No, that's so true. I feel like it's I've known his name and was familiar with him for a while, but I'd never really watched him play. And then of course, with all the Lego excitement and all the sets that we've gotten, that's added to the fun as well, and to some hyper focus on just a few not characters, just a few players. Messi, of course, being one of them, and it's been really fun to watch and be like, oh yeah, now I see why people are such big fans. So, yeah, there's an account I follow on Instagram called Builders, and the purpose of the account is really focused on how do we help people communicate across difference, and specifically looking at like controversies and conflicts that we have within the United States. And I don't always agree with all their things, but I do appreciate their efforts. And they were sharing some really great stories that were of different people from outside the U.S. talking about how their experience has been positive coming to the US to watch some of the games, and how it's helped them see the US in a different light, because it's not all politics and all the hate and frustration that is constantly in the news. And I just really appreciated that it was highlighting and focusing on how, we can get very bogged down with our anger and frustration at the world. And also, we can look around and see the goodness in so many people around us. And that's what I hope to provide within the LEGO community. And that's what my hope is that the World Cup provides for people within the sporting community. So it's just been encouraging to see some of those stories come through. So, all right. This is fun. So whenever I build these, since this is now my third, I am interested to know how similar the build process is for the legs and arms and such. And I want to compare the, come on, go in. Where do I want to go? Oh, I have to align that. There we go. Okay. I want to compare the instructions to see how similar it is, because this feels somewhat similar, but it also feels a little different. So I'm curious on if and how they redesign these as they go. I remember being really excited when I saw the upscaled buildable figs with the Harry Potter ones coming out, but I was less excited that it was Harry Potter because I don't really like Harry Potter anymore. And it was really cool to see that they were going to continue the line with classic Lego characters and things. And now with another IP with Star Wars. So. Um, Mayo, have you participated in the past in the Stand Up for Cancer streaming? I saw that the Stand Up Builders group is recruiting people to participate this year. And so I jumped on the opportunity and said, I would love to do it, and signed up. And I'm very excited to do my first year with Stand Up Builders. And that'll be sometime, I believe, in August. So looking forward to that for sure. Let's see. Upscaled is interesting. I like some and have a few, but think it just doesn't vary enough. Would rather have other models of characters and font. Don't feel the need to get 6 spacemen upscaled in colors. Honestly, I've kind of felt the same. That's why I haven't been buying all of them. When this one came out, though, I was like, oh, I would love to have a Vader. That would be so cool. And it was kind of the same with Santa, even though, like I said, we've got big Santa over here, who's much bigger than the one that came in the set. I still wanted to have it, and I'm glad that we had a chance to build it, which was a lot of fun. And that one was one that we requested to build because it was like, that would be cool. Let's try it. So I'm glad we did, but yeah, I don't necessarily feel like we need every single upscaled fig. And our house is getting full. So the Harry Potter 2-pack was essentially a parts pack for people who want to make upscaled figs. Exactly. And that's what I was excited about was, oh, cool, we're finally getting to do some of this and see how Lego designers would actually do it, because I'd experienced others before. And was looking forward to, like, what other characters will we get? So now it's been quite a few, though. And I've seen like 1 or 2 people have a few side by side, but yeah, heard of them, never contacted them. They've never contacted me. Nice. Yeah, it just came up in my feed because I follow 1 or 2 of them. And so, there we go. Here's the leg. Here we go. I was like, which camera? So here's leg 1. This is where it's going to connect to allow it to hinge. And then if we turn it around this way, this gives you the sense of the shape, which is perfect. I love it. I am kind of surprised that they left this with studs. I'm actually curious. Oh, it looks like that's what they did with the other figure too. So, all right, bag 2. But yeah, so for stand-up builders, I follow a few of them on Instagram, and because of that, it came up in my feed that they were inviting people to sign up, and so I just filled out the form on the website. They didn't reach out to me or anything either. But yeah, excited to help participate in something that feels meaningful. So, let's see. But yeah, Sean, I agree in terms of like, I don't know that we need to necessarily have all of them. You have the rubricable upscale gingerbread. Cool. I kind of need to see that for sure. That would be really fun. I don't know that I've seen it, or if I have, I've forgotten about it. But I would love to do an upscale gingerbread. That's cool. So let's see. There's also the 72-hour live stream. Is that happening again, Mayo? Do you know? That's, I think, when I first found you, which was a lot of fun. And that was my first time ever doing like a streamathon type thing. But that was just for supporting other builders within the community. I think it wasn't necessarily for any specific charity or organization or anything, but still valid and fun. So it was a great way for me to connect with some other YouTubers. So let's see. If we were to get other upscaled figures, like would any of you have a wish list item of this specific figure that you'd want to see done? Trying to think. Honestly, one that I think would be really fun to mock up on my own from the classic fig starting point would be to do Larry the barista. He's I don't think he would sell well, but he's my favorite character from the Lego movie. Even though he has like such a silly small role, I just fell in love with him and thought he was so funny. And I love how dry and like bleh he was. It just was, I don't know, really silly to me. So I think that would be really fun. I have a collection of Larry the Barista minifigures that we got over the years, and like one is on a magnet that's on our coffee machine. I always have one in our winter village, and yeah, some other ones. Clutch Powers! Okay, yeah. That's super fun. The year that they restructured the Lego Life magazine, or maybe it was like when they retired it and switched it over to something else. They sent me Clutch Powers minifigure, which was so freaking cool. And so I put him in the Winter Village and added him on the Seek and Find. And it was just funny because like my Seek and Find was mostly for people to see in person. Like it's harder to do virtually, and so all the people that would know who Clutch Powers are or, is rather were not able to like participate in it, and everybody who came to our house to like look at it and do the seek and find was like that was the one that none of them knew, and I was like, oh, this is so disappointing. Wrong audience for sure, but so fun. Upscaled classic big fig troll. Okay, that would be really fun, and would go well with a lot of storytelling. I think it may end up being too large to do upscaled in comparison to like minifigures, but it would be, I don't know, it could be kind of fun to have like a big monster type thing. Or like use it for like oh, you know, it would be fun. It would be so fun to have it used for oh, what do you call it? The Godzilla minifigure and the King Kong minifigure, where it's the people in the minifigure suits. That would be so fun. You could do like your own upscaled Godzilla marching through the town. Okay, now I want to do that one too. Honestly, the organizers of the 72 hours have completely dropped the ball. They've let health issues and poor time management get in the way. They pissed off streamers with regular times too. Oh, bummer. That's not good to hear. Sorry to hear that. I know last year I found out about it like way too late in the game, and when I reached out about time, it was like, oh, there are not any times available that make sense whatsoever. And then someone else was doing a live stream um, feed and reached out to me about a week before and said, if you're available, we'd love to have you. And then when I looked at the times, it was like 4 a.m. My time, and I was like, "Yep, nope, I'm not available. Would love to participate in a future one, but not this year." So, I think that's some of the challenge with it is, especially for people who are like regulars with it. I feel like they often are more in the know, and so they're able to like hop on and get signed up right away for the slots that are good for them. And I feel like a lot of times the slots that are good for them end up being the slots that would have been good for somebody else as well. So it can be challenging to participate later, or be a new person to those communities, and join in. Like, I would love if I were to participate in any live stream things to set it up at this time because this is now my regular streaming time. But I also know that maybe others have the same streaming time too and might, want to claim that time slot or whatever. Also, I think with the 72-hour thing, it seemed like some people were taking like really large chunks of time. And it was like, oh, I think it'd be kind of nice to share the load a little bit so that it's not all like stream with one person for a third of your day, type thing. Like, can't we just share that balanced a little bit more? So if they deferred all responsibility to me, I'd be running up, if they deferred it, gotcha, I'd be running up and down the telephone line, DMing everyone like crazy. Right. It's those things. I will say, having coordinated things similar to that, can be really challenging to have to navigate all the different people involved and all the different requests and timeframes and stuff. But I also think that because of that, that's where it's important to have people behind it who are really ensuring that it's run well. So, all right. So this next section that we're building is the joint that'll be between the legs. So you can see here, we've got these different axle pieces sliding through, and then these pieces, I think it's going to go like this, and these are going to attach on the left and on the right, and then these portions are going to help connect it to the part above. That'll be where the waist is, so we'll see in a second, but I'm pretty sure that's how that's going to work. Mayo, when do you typically stream? What time is your regular stream? Also, I've never asked you, but what's behind your name? How did you come up with your name? I'm always curious if people have any like fun stories or such related to how they came up with theirs. Mine is my name. So not super exciting story, but hopefully fun. All right, let's see. Okay, so now that we have this section built, it's gonna go right here and connect through. And then we're going to lock it in place with these tiles. A little overlap there. And then we'll finish off this kind of middle section of his pants. And now that we have that, whoops, I somehow missed, I don't know why, I somehow missed these two red pieces. Oh, that's what I missed. Okay, that makes sense. These are not fully rounded because I missed putting on the red pieces here. So let me fix that. Just moving too fast. There we go. Okay, so we get that one off. Put this here. Oops. Here we go. Put that there. Here we go. Fixing it real quick. So this one's fixed. We'll put that here. That makes more sense. Now this is more smooth and rounded. As you can see, it was not quite rounded when I had it in here. So I need to remove that, put in the red piece, and then put it back in place. So 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wow! 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, 7 Eastern on Wednesday. If you want an explanation of my name, I'll DM you a screenshot from my notes app. Awesome! I love that. I would love to see that. So that's so fun. Wow, you are online a lot, which is really, really fun. I love that. yeah, my Lego Masters live streams have been conflicting with your Monday night time, I think, a little bit. So the end of mine, I think, is happening right around when you're getting started, potentially, because we've been going, or maybe no, it might be at the exact same time, because you said 9 Eastern on Monday, which would be 8 Eastern here, and we're going 7:30 to 9. So yeah, the first hour, I think, of your time has been a conflict. All right, so we have this. We have this. And trying to figure out if there's an orientation that matters. I don't think there is. So we will put this one on. Oh, it's showing to put it on here. So we'll put it on here. So you can see we've got the two axle things there and those two axles. We're going to slide right in. And that is so satisfying. Let me put this by the speaker. I love the sound of Lego. So yeah, so it bends to where it can sit. So fun. Also, black Lego pieces never read well on camera. It's really hard to see like details and things unless you catch the light, and so I'm gonna have to be really thoughtful about that. So yeah, here we go. Fun. All right, let's move on to bag 3. While I'm on winter break, I'm trying to stream as much as possible. That's really cool. And while you're on winter break, we are hitting our hottest season of the year, which is not fun. In Austin, it gets really ridiculously hot, and it has been toasty. We've been getting tons of rain, too, which is not super normal at this time of year. And while that cools things down a little bit, it also makes it hotter when the rain is not going, because the humidity just absorbs and locks in the heat. So we've been a little miserable, and that's okay. My mug today is my Queer Eye mug. Work it, Henny. Oh, cool. The leg joint looks different than in the past. That's good to know. I couldn't tell if this felt a little different or not, but I thought it did in the build process. But it's been probably 9 months or 6 months or so since I built the Santa. Um, so yeah, it's nice to try a new approach or learn a new approach potentially. Okay, so let's build leg number 2. We're on to bag 3 now. Hey, Sean, tell us all about your experience at Brickworld. Thanks for sharing the link, by the way. In our Discord, Sean added the link for some incredible photos that he took from Brickworld, and I'm really excited to dive more into them and look through. I have so many friends that were there, and I was definitely feeling the FOMO this week, but glad that you all got a chance to go, which is fun. So, and it sounds like, if I may brag on you a little bit, that you were nominated for Best Movement for your Anger build. Is that right? Which is really, really cool to hear. Congrats on that. Here we go. All right. This week has been, I think because the weekend had Father's Day and Philip had just gotten back from being gone for a while. So we were spending a lot of time catching up and also like running around town and doing a lot of things while he was in town. And it just kind of made it to where I feel behind this week now. It's been like everything has felt a little rushed. And then with him having to leave again, kind of last minute, for another work trip right back there, it was a lot of like planning and prep last night to get him ready to go, and then he got up super early this morning to head out the door, and it was like, oh wow, we're right back in it where it's just me and Penny. So we're having a good time so far. But yeah, I just feel like a little caught behind with things. For our build challenge, I am working on the next prompt, but I also am working on running the giveaway. And that is taking time because it needs to take time to do it properly. And so it's like all these different little things, and it's made me actually wonder if I should hold off on July and skip it and just do August because we also have Brick Rodeo in the middle of July. But I don't want to skip a month, so I feel currently committed to still keeping it moving forward and having our build challenge still. But need to really see what I can do with my time today and tomorrow, for sure. So, yes, Joe, Bethany, and I were up for. Oh yeah, awesome! Congrats. Okay, Joe, Bethany, and Sean were up for best movement. Joe won with the octopus. Bethany with her Minions museum with tons of minions moving. Also talked a bit with Marcella. She was awesome. She is. Oh, that's so wonderful. I love that you got to see some of my buddies. And I also, even though Bethany obviously wasn't on my season of Lego Masters, while I was auditioning for it and trying out, I was talking with her because we're good friends and was telling her a little bit about like, hey, I'm trying this, and one of the areas that I feel weak in is movement. And on her own, she said, hey, I would love to help teach you if you want to learn some things. And also, it gives me a chance to run the curriculum that I'm creating for my class by you, and you can give me some feedback. And I was like, this is so amazing. And so I got to go through all of her curriculum for the class that she was teaching on movement. And I was able to give her some feedback, which my background is actually in learning and development. So that is what I can do professionally. So it was like actually a perfect use of my skills to help her as well. But it helped me significantly. I felt like I learned so much from her and was so grateful about her willingness to just share that with me. Like, so, so kind. Just one of the kindest, most generous and fun and sweet people there are in the world. And I saw that she got a great recognition from Brickworld, and am super proud of her. She's really a gem. So that's really cool. And Marcella is so fun and so sweet and funny. I love her sense of humor. We had a really good time with the live stream, a couple weeks ago, with her, and that was really nice. You know what? I missed. Oh no, I didn't. I was like, I think I missed something, but I didn't. Okay. Anyway, it was really fun to catch up with her on the live stream, and I'm so excited because she's coming to Rodeo, so we'll get to see her again soon. And y'all, I am so excited. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras for this for just a second. Not that it matters, but I just feel like I want to see my face a little bit bigger so I can feel like I'm connecting with y'all more. I am so excited. So I did my Wicked project where I built the, oh, okay, 6-7. Is that what we're doing now? That's what we're doing in people's comments? Cool. Welcome. I am a Lego YouTuber, and we are building the Darth Vader set. And we are on bag 3, not quite up to bag 6 or 7 yet. So, but yeah, so in terms of the what was I saying? Oh, so I did that project where I was able to build the skirt out of Lego and then all of the other fashion elements out of Lego, which was super super cool for the Wicked Red Carpet. And I was really hopeful that I would be able to display them at Brick Rodeo, and I get the opportunity to do it. So I have all the pieces. They sent them home with me, which is wonderful. So technically I own them, which is great. But then the other piece of it is I wanted them to be displayed on dress forms so that it was actually showing the fashion element of them as opposed to just like sitting static on a table. And I'm so excited. Like, the company that I worked with that did some of the behind the scenes elements of sewing the skirt elements together to make it wearable, as well as we have this headpiece that has all these butterflies floating all around her head, and then the shoulder piece that it needed to be mounted on something that could rest on her shoulders. They are supplying me with a dress form and then also potentially with some things that I can mount some of the other head and shoulders pieces on. But I just found out yesterday that they do have one available that I can use, and I'm so excited because also I want them to get their shine because they worked incredible magic with me on this project, and it was truly a wonderful collaboration. And the way that the social content was shared, we knew that they were going to be more like behind the scenes and hidden, but I want people to know because they're really, really fabulous women who did this incredible work. So really looking forward to it, which is a lot of fun. So I see the way to get the 6-7 to stop is to say 8-9. And it's something that I love that, who was it that first said it? Brandon. Thank you, Brandon, for saying that. And then our new friend who joined to add all the 6-7s in there. So y'all are silly. Y'all are silly, which is fun. Okay, Brick World Master. It's hard to categorize, but it's you can win it once, and it's for people not only building but their contribution to the convention. That is so cool, and she is so deserving. And I know she's done those classes and workshops for a long time, and it's so incredibly beneficial. She has a knack for teaching and instructing, so that's really wonderful. I'm so glad that you got to spend time with a bunch of my friends. So, let's see. All right. But yes, so anybody coming to Brick Rodeo will get to see the pieces in person, which is so fun. I don't believe I will be traveling outside of the state at all with them ever. That skirt is ridiculously heavy and very, very large and very expensive to mail because of that. And so shipping it across the country actually to the influencer's house at first so that she could have it when designing and finishing her dress, and then shipping it from there to New York, and then from New York back to Austin, like that's plenty. It doesn't need to go anywhere else. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun though to be hoping that I could get a chance to share it, and now I'm so grateful that they were able to respond with an affirmative yes, that they've got something that we can use to display it. So um, and I think they're excited too, and hopefully they are, to have their work shown off as well, because it is a collaborative piece. So when I first started building for that project, one of my biggest concerns was like, am I going to need to make this wearable and to fit the size and scale of this model, essentially, who was wearing it? And Lego had said from the beginning, early on, that they needed my design expertise and creativity on those pieces, which was really fun, but that they would also be partnering me with a team of people who actually sew and create some really cool things to help with some of the structural components. And so I tried initially designing things that were structural, where structure was actually built into it, with Technic pieces. And we ended up abandoning that approach and going in a different direction, which was smart and made a lot of sense. So it ended up being the right thing to do. So, and the end result was so fun, but also like, I love that it was a mixed media approach. So it gave me a greater appreciation too for mixed media approaches with things, and made me want to do more building in that in a mixed media approach style, because I think it's something that we don't see as often within the Lego world. So let's see. There was a teen there with his pink wearable shirt from a year or two ago. Apparently, Lego reached out to him to make one for Jason Momoa. Yes, I saw that, and I had seen that his work got to be included there. They had to scramble to get it done in a week. Oh, whoa! Sent to Hawaii, upscaled that to roughly Momoa sized. That's awesome. But so very cool that worked out, which was really, really fun. They had told me to, when I first started the project, I basically was given a completely blank slate, and they said, we want you to dream big and imagine what types of huge high fashion couture things we could be doing for the red carpet. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? This is amazing and terrifying and fun and like all the things. And so it ended up being the coolest project I ever got to work on. Pushed me way out of my comfort zone. But one of the things they said was they don't want it to be something that's like shirt or, something like that. And they also didn't want it just to be botanicals, because they said, we've already seen that done. We want this to be something that we've never seen done before. And so that's what we went for, which is great. And then come to find out later in the year, that same year, within a calendar year of that, they had the big thing with Jason Momoa wearing a wearable shirt. And then they also did a fashion thing that was at New York, at Milan Fashion Week, I think. I can't remember which one, but it was at one of the fashion weeks where they were doing floral. So it's like, oh, those are the reasons why you said not to do that. You already had it in the works. So it's been really neat to get a glimpse into like how the Lego group produces and creates a lot of these really cool art engagements. And to know about their advanced planning, like way in advance to where they would know that these things are coming. So let's make sure that what Justin produces doesn't look like what we want to see produced later. But also, I couldn't know that those things were being produced. So how do they also keep some of that a secret and stuff? So really, really fun stuff. Okay, so the weird thing here is I have to attach this at an odd angle. It's hard to tell because of my black shirt, but that's because this is angled in here and it's hard to twist without it being attached. So let's see if this will work. Okay, got it on. Great. And now I can kick it up. So now he can kick the ball because he's playing soccer or football, I suppose. All right, done with bag 3. On to bag 4. Y'all, I didn't know if we would get through the whole thing today. We have 10 bags, I think, total, but we're making decent progress, so we'll see. I love that team got to work on that. I also have a good friend, Jill, who does Lego jewelry, and she was also hired for that project and did all of the big jewelry that Jason Momoa wore. So like he had like a really chunky necklace and things, and I think some really cool rings and stuff that he had for it, and that was all her design, and it was so fun. And I'm so proud of her for her work, and also so proud of this teen who got a chance to do the shirt thing. That's really, really cool. And like those are the moments where it's like, wow, Lego reached out to you to do something cool because they saw the cool things that you're capable of. Like how wonderful. What a privilege and what a compliment, for sure. So that's really cool. I hope that kid rides the wave of excitement from that experience, and gets future opportunities as well connected to it. Speaking of, the kid who did the animation for the Lego Spider-Verse stuff that ended up actually in the movie, he just graduated, and I saw a little post about it and I was like, oh my gosh, how cool that before he even graduated, he had this incredible experience, that is like spring launching his career, I'm sure. Just really powerful. So, what a unique opportunity. All right, now we are building the chest, so the bottom part of the torso, or the middle section of the torso. Sean, will you be going to any other conventions? And will Anchor be shown again? I wish we had the funds and time to go to every single convention. I know there's a few people who do that every year, which is remarkable to me. But yeah, we don't, and that's okay. But I do think it'd be really fun to do like the entire circuit where you go to all of the big ones. We've been to a number of different ones over the years, which is a lot of fun, but we have yet to go to Chicago. Really because it almost always falls, well, it always falls right before Brick Rodeo. This is the first year that there's a little bit more distance between the two. And so my hope is that that continues next year. And if so, then maybe we can make it out that way next year. We'll have to wait and see, but I would love to. I'm a little intimidated by the size of it, to be honest. I love going and meeting people and spending time together and whatnot, but it feels almost too big to me. So, um, but it is one that like has been on the must-do list. That one and Atlanta at BrickCon are two bigger ones that I've been wanting to go to. That Atlanta is hard because it's at the beginning of the year, basically at a time when we're already super busy, and right after we spend time traveling and doing some other things. So, um, it's not always the easiest to get away at that time for us. Um, so. And my hope now is to be able to make it out to Brick Slopes again. So fingers crossed on that. I'm still kind of waiting, but we're looking into finances and stuff and if it'll be possible when Philip gets back from this trip. So fingers crossed that works out. But I'm definitely excited for rodeo, which is fun. And so easy since it's right in town. And then for excited for what's the other? Oh, the sorry, I got distracted. For Montreal, that's going to be so exciting. Okay, so yeah, I think this is like the base portion of it. Yep, of the waist. I guess the belt portion, which it looks like we're going to get some stickers here in just a minute. Let's see. This afternoon, too, I have a happy hour for my Leadership Austin cohort, and I'm really looking forward to that. I love that crew, and we get together. We used to get together monthly, but it's been kind of challenging to do that. So it's been a little bit of time, but looking forward to that. It'll be nice to see them. I'm bummed that I have to run away from Penny for a little bit. She's more bummed, I think, actually. Um, but she does well when I'm away, so. And it won't be too long. It'll just be for a happy hour. So, so Sean, remind me if the things I know that you brought to the convention were anger, the gingerbread, whole village type scene that you had, as well as your large Sylvester with Sylvester and Tweety. Is that right? Did I miss anything? I think it was really, or I'm really excited to hear more about like how people received your amazing builds. And for anyone else on the stream, are you planning to go to any conventions? Um, and if so, what are you working on to bring there and display there? I'm excited to be able to share with y'all too that Lego is going to be sending me the wave of Pokemon sets. And so very, sounds good. Good to see you, Sean. Very excited to get to build them, which will be a lot of fun. And excited to experience the Smart Play because I have not experienced it in person yet. So my hope is that I have fun with it and that I can find ways to incorporate it into other mocks. So we will have to see. But I have some ideas. Actually, I'm not going to share the ideas. I want to make them some fun surprises for y'all. But I think we will have another Pokemon week, like we did earlier this spring when I built all the ones that are up behind me there, which actually I don't think you can see them. Let's see, all the way up at the top. That's my whole Pokemon collection, which is all the Lego Pokemon. But yeah, really excited to get the new ones and just get a chance to try out the Smart Play. So, I know that people have strong opinions about them and about Smart Play and the design and everything. I honestly think that these Smart Play sets are adorable. I think that people are going to fall in love with them similar to the ways that they've fallen in love with Brickheads. Brickheads were not well received at first, and then they became the thing that people love so much. And so I think we'll see that with the Pokemon too. We'll have to wait and see if that's true or not, of course, but I'm anticipating that that's the direction they'll go. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun to explore and try some things out. So really looking forward, though, to getting to play with the Smart Play stuff. And I've seen some really interesting approaches where people have been using them within mocks, and that's been a lot of fun to see. And so, or within modifications of other sets and things too. Someone used one of the Smart Play features within the pinball machine, which I thought was so clever and so smart. And now it makes me want to have the Smart Play things to instantly upgrade my pinball machine with one too. So looking forward to them arriving just so I can start with that piece right away. But then also saw Tips and Bricks has a wonderful feature right now where they talked a lot about some of the cool things that are cool ways that, or they tried out some cool ways to incorporate the Smart Bricks into other sets. And so it's been actually really fun to see. And yeah, I'm eager to play with it and get my hands on it and make my own impression from that experience because I know that a lot of people have strong opinions who haven't experienced it yet. And yeah, I think a lot of people also just like threw out the idea of it instantly without giving it time. And, you know, there's criticisms that I think are perfectly fair, you know, related to price and cost and that kind of thing. I think that's in general a problem with this hobby, as we all know, of course. But I also think, though, that people were very swift to dog on it before giving it a chance whatsoever. So I'm excited to see what happens. But yeah, I was eager to find out what was going to come next in the Pokemon line. And when they did the announcements and showed all of the different builds, I was like, those are actually super cute and I like them. I get that others don't. But, you know, I also think that they will do well despite some adults not being on board. So, and you don't have to be on board with every set, you know. I mean, we all have different interests and likes and whatnot, and that's perfectly fine. You know, there's nothing to say that you have to like things in a very specific certain way by any means. So, nor is it to say that people can't or shouldn't criticize. Like, I think that's fair too. I heard someone use the smart bricks on the arcade machine. Yes, that's the one I just saw. I think it was Rambling Brick, and it's so cool and made me want to do the same thing too. So I was very impressed with it, and thought it was such a genius move, and want to try that with mine as well. So I'm really looking forward to playing with it more, or playing with it in general. So, but yeah, just got that email today that that they'll be sending along the Pokemon sets. So yay, fun. Yeah, if you didn't get a chance to see it, check out Tips and Bricks. I think it was their post today, and they show a handful of different ways that they've tried using smart bricks with different things. Some that worked well, and some that didn't. And I thought it was fun that they did a post on it and showed off the different options that are available. So good stuff all around, and good people. I really love our friends over at Tips and Bricks. All right, these are like really interesting and odd build techniques. Creating a really interesting shape here. Right, let's see. Ooh, I have another question for y'all. Has anyone watched um, Toy Story 5 yet? Has anyone else watched it yet, I should say? We loved it. Loved it so much. It was so cute and so well done. I'm constantly impressed. Disney Pixar. I should say Pixar really, because I think they're more behind it, but they are so good with these movies. And I was a little nervous knowing that a fifth one was coming out, which is silly now looking back on it because it's like I was nervous when they had Toy Story 2 and 3 and 4. And every time they have knocked it out of the park. They're just so good. So, so very good. Not yet. I might see it next week. Nice. I figured, Brandon, that it would be one that would be up your alley. I think you'll really enjoy it, but I'm very curious to hear your honest opinion. So please, please, come back and let us know what you thought. So yeah, I'm eager to chat more about it with people who've seen it. I don't want to have any spoilers, of course, but I was impressed. I thought they did a very good job. The Taylor Swift song fits perfectly for the vibe of it all. I'm a huge Swiftie, so of course, I'm a big fan there anyway. But I really felt like it was the right choice here, and does what you need it to do. So that was also really fun for me. So. And you can see actually here in the corner, you may have seen in my, let's see, there we go. This one right here, right above my thumb. You may have seen in my feed that I was building or built this for our build challenge last month, or not last month, I guess this month. And honestly, the way it came about was Taylor Swift, if you didn't know, which you probably did, but who knows, she, on her website, had a random day when all of a sudden on the website, this countdown was posted for about 5 minutes and then it disappeared. And the countdown was just white numbers and on a digital clock type thing over the background of the clouds from Toy Story, but didn't say anything, didn't acknowledge anything about what it was for. And it disappeared. And after it disappeared, no one could get any information about what this countdown was for. Brilliant move. The Swifties in the world there are some who are so intense and aware of all the things that they would even notice that her website changed for a hot second or for 5 minutes, they knew that in doing this, whether it was an accident or not, which I don't think it was, I think it was a smart move, but it got everybody talking, which was so fun. And so, there was all this speculation of like, what's coming, what's coming. Anyway, as soon as that information was shared, that like, oh my gosh, look at her website, it changed. I immediately was like, I need to make the clouds. I love Toy Story. It'd be so fun to build the clouds and to do a timer or something. Like I was trying to figure out what it would be, but I knew for sure I wanted to make the wallpaper. And I thought, how could I incorporate that into our build challenge for the month? And so then I had the idea of what if I do the wallpaper and the base, that's the organic base, would be the shape of the top of a chest of drawers. And then potentially have some of the characters on top. Like that'll be super fun. So I got really excited about it, started working on the design of the clouds and trying to figure out what that would be and worked out one option that I was pleased with and feeling pretty good about. That was actually much larger than what I ended up with in terms of the cloud shape and size. And then fast forward to Toy Story, sharing some teasers where they had Jessie dancing to the song Shake It Off on top of a billboard that had the clouds in the background and said TS, which is double entendre for Toy Story and Taylor Swift. And the caption also alluded to a Taylor Swift reference, which was just super fun and clever. So at that point, I said, okay, now I know for sure I need to build out the letters too. So then it became less about the characters being on top of the bookshelf and more about getting these letters right. So I then shifted my focus to wanting to build the letters. And once I did that, I decided actually to downscale the size of the clouds because ultimately what I was wanting to have was the TS being the focus. And yeah, really wanted that to be, you've seen so many reels featuring that song. They're all Toy Story related, right? I know. I was a little nervous that it was going to drive people nuts seeing mine added to the mix. But I've only gotten positive responses from people, which is great. But yeah, I got really excited about it and started to work on my build and kept tinkering with it. And then as it was coming together, I downscaled the clouds so that I could have multiples of them. And I downscaled kind of the whole idea a little bit to shape around the TS being the focal point, as opposed to, I didn't want it to be that it looked like um, the clouds were the focal point, or which when it was one big cloud, that was the focal point. But then also the dresser. That to me was like a side character, if you will. And then I debated whether or not to have the Jessie minifigure on it or not. And I'm so glad I put her on there because she deserves her place. And it was, yeah, just it felt too perfect to have her up there once I put her on. So I'm very, very happy with that build. Like I think we all should be able to be proud of the things that we do, and grateful and like excited, right? And be able to share those things with pride, and such. So I have to say, I'm very, very proud of this build. It's very clean and sleek. I felt like I nailed the shaping on some of the pieces, and I'm really, really happy with how it came out. So that was so much fun, and just a pure joy to get to build. So, all right. So let me go back to this camera. Okay, so we have this base area that has basically the belt, and then we have this thing that is really weird and wonky, but it's designed to create the perfect shape for the torso. These two bricks here and here are going to sit down on these plates here, and the rest of it just kind of floats. But I like that they used these little like cheese grater cheese wedges here and here to fill in the gap there a little bit as well. So the billboard was technically in the LA area. That is so fun. I love that. I love to hear that. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen it. Okay, and then this slides on, and these axles go in through these circle holes, and these circle holes have round plates above them. And if you're familiar with round plates, you know that they have the axle hole perfectly in there. So that's going to help it stay sturdy. And y'all, that is so cool. What I love about this is in order to take it apart, you have to pull up on it as opposed to just like bump it and knock it in half. And that's exactly how Lego works in real life too. You don't actually just like knock over a torso. You do it where, the torso has to be pulled out. If they didn't do those axles through, and they just had it studded down, it'd be something where you could just bump it over. So, all right, bag 5. Let's go. Y'all, Penny has been so quiet. I feel like I shouldn't say that to jinx it, but I'm so happy that she's resting. She takes long, long naps now during the day. Love her to pieces for sure. Okay, I have a question for y'all about Reels and long-form YouTube content. My impression is, first off, well, a few things, but my impression first off is that Reels and long-form YouTube content have different audiences. So when you are building for one, it's not going to be, or not building, when you are filming for one, it's going to be a different audience than who sees your long form content. So I'm curious if that's true for y'all. Do you watch YouTube shorts? Not reels. I use the language of of Instagram. Do you watch YouTube shorts? If so, do you feel like it's the same people that you're watching their shorts and you're also watching their long form or not? Um, I ask because my shorts tend to get about the same amount of views each time. I very rarely break 1,000 views on my shorts. Sometimes I get 2,000, but not a lot go much beyond that. I've had a few pop off, and usually it's because someone is yelling hateful things in the comments, and it gets people riled up, and then they either yell back at them or they add to the hate. So, not really the reason that I want reels to pop off, or I mean shorts to pop off, or any content for that matter, right? But typically, if I get 1,000 views to 2,000 views, that's kind of what I'm expecting will happen. But the last few reels I've shared have gotten far, far fewer views, even to the point of one being online last night for a couple hours and having 0 views, which did not make any sense to me. It's not really any different to the content I normally put together. So I couldn't figure that piece out. The only thing I could think of is it was Pride related content. And so I wondered if that resulted in it being shown less, um, or to people who wouldn't be interested in it for some reason, um, or if it's just the fickle world of social media, which is also possible, where some things do well and some things don't, and there's a million people who like to give advice on this is how you do it, and I don't think any of the advice actually matters. I think that it's all kind of garbage advice that's out there. Although I've tried some different approaches and things, I honestly think so much of it is a little bit of luck, and that no one really actually knows the hacks around how to get the algorithm to prioritize your content or share it or whatever. But yeah, curious on those thoughts. So, like, do you produce reel or shorts rather? If you produce shorts, do you also do long form content? And then do you see a difference between how those two get viewed and seen? As well as, do you watch shorts or not? And if you do, is it of creators that you typically follow anyway, or is it like just kind of random whatever pops on your feed? I basically share my Instagram reels as YouTube shorts because it's the same size of content and style of content and kind of matches there. And I do think there's a little bit of a different audience between the two. So, it's fun to get to see who views it in different ways. Although there's less visibility on who views it on YouTube, it's just more the numbers. And really, I don't really look into who's watching so much as just the overall kind of impressions of these things. I also would love to not care. But when you put time and effort into something and then you get 0 views, it's like, oh, I thought other people might enjoy this, and I think they would if they would see it. So I'm not sure why it's not being shown. Um, but yeah, curious on your thoughts on that, if anybody wants to weigh in. Let's see. I am getting a text. Just a second. I've been trying to also pay attention to my text messages just to make sure that I'm not missing things from Philip while he's away. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, there's also, we've been dealing with some medication stuff with Penny where we've been trying to get something refilled. All right. Can you hear me again? I think I got it working. Okay, now I'm seeing it moving. Thanks for letting me know, Brandon. I didn't realize when I had checked my text messages on my phone, it switched over to my phone with my AirPods and it didn't switch it back. So there was a long period of time that I was muted. I'm sorry. Sorry about that for sure. I don't know what I said during that time, and I don't know what I was saying before. Still no. Oh no. Okay, this is saying. Okay, now you can hear me. Okay, cool. So there must be a little bit of delay. Good. Thank you. I appreciate knowing. That was frustrating. Sorry. Now I know though that that will happen, so I can be better about not doing that during a stream. Okay, two more stickers. See, Brandon, I don't know if you heard my question that I was asking or not before, but I was asking about do you watch YouTube Shorts? And if so, is it like you watch them from people that you already follow and that you're subscribed to, or is it just like random feed of whomever pops up in your feed? Trying to get a sense for if my audience for my shorts is the same as my audience for my live streams or if it's different. And I think it's different, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so got these buttons now for the belt. Okay, this is really cool. It's looking nice and sleek. That's really fun detail. Honestly, I would love, maybe they'll do this, but I would love for them to do a brick built Batman. And I think if they do, we'll see a belt similar to this because of the belt that we typically see on the minifigures. So you prefer long form, totally fair. Shorts on my subscribe channels are like extended scenes. Oh, there you go. That works. Yeah, I feel like the audience for my shorts is probably different than the audience for my live streams and my long form content, which is perfectly fine. It's just learning different methods to reach people in different ways. So, okay, so now we're beginning with, it looks like one of the arms. Let's see here. Well, I don't know how long it was that I was quiet, but I'm sorry that that happened, and I'm glad that you let me know. So thank you for being a friend and helping me get connected again. So, right. It's been really fun. I know I've shared with y'all a little bit about Philip's project, but the watchers who were in the glass cube in Times Square, they've been building Lego sets that Lego has sent them, or that Fox got from Lego somehow for them to use. And it's been all of the World Cup ones, of course. And they've been having so much fun. And it's two men who are in their like early 20s, I think. And both of them have seemed to really enjoy it. But one of them I've been chatting with, and he said, this is getting me back into Lego. And I was like, yes. So then I jokingly said, this is all an elaborate ruse to get you back into Lego. That's all this is. This entire project set up for you to get hooked again. So, but it's been fun. It's been nice to kind of get to know them a little bit better as they've been supportive and kind to Philip and also to me now, which is really cool. Um, so yeah. You know, you had said shorts for you are like extended scenes from the longer, like the channels you subscribe to. I think that's where I've thought about, you know, I could take some of my streams and maybe make some short form content that shows like some of our fun that we have on the live streams and share that too. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll do that. So, okay, why isn't this connecting? Something is off here. Hmm. Okay. I something wasn't quite snapping into place on this, but these brackets were like a little bit disconnected to where it wasn't sitting smoothly, but now it is. So understandable. The World Cup airs on Fox, right? But yeah, so I've been also thinking, is there any way that I can, with my ambassador role, find a way to get Lego to send them some additional sets? Because I think that it'd be a really fun marketing opportunity for Lego to lean into even more. And I don't know what has already happened in terms of the partnership with Fox. Uh, Getting the sets. So it could be that they bought them from Lego, or it could be that somehow they have a partnership already with them, but I don't think they do. So, for this specific project. So, I've loved seeing all of Lego's really fun stories that they've been doing, or reels that they've been doing to celebrate the big wins as they happen, and the goals and everything. That's just been so fun. I feel like whoever is in charge of that, has done such a great job. And they obviously prepared some of those animations ahead of time, and had them on the ready to be able to share at the right moment. So that's been really, really cool. They clearly have done a great job preparing for World Cup engagement. So does anyone know how the countries get chosen for who gets to host the World Cup? Philip and I were talking about this over dinner, and just trying to figure out, because, when you think about it, there have to be agreements across the country, or countries in this case, right? Where there's three different countries hosting the games. Plus, you also have to have in place all the different facilities for them to actually play the games and all that kind of stuff too. So, wasn't sure, is it something that's like an actual bid from a government, or is it something that it's like, um, the people who own the stadiums come together and put together a proposal, or um, just I love to know the behind the scenes of some of these things. It's fascinating stuff to me. So curious if anyone knows and can give us some insight into that. Another piece of long form content that I've been wanting to do since I did that Wicked project is to do a chat with my friends from Hook and I, the company that worked with me on the project, to talk about the experience of doing collaborative, um, multi mixed media approaches to building. So hopefully that'll work. So, and yeah, just really need to find a time that works for them as well. So, but that should be a lot of fun. I don't know if it would be live stream. It might be, or it may be something that's like an actual edited video. So I'll have to wait and see. All right. We have an arm. This is so fun. Okay, let's move this over here so you can see. So there's the shoulder, the hands twist, and then of course the elbows are slightly bent. And here you can see there's an axle hole. So that axle hole is going to go right here. Maybe we'll connect it. Yeah! And now, let's see. Now he can pump his fists. Yeah! High five! High five! That's really fun. Once we get a second arm, he can give hugs. At least one Fox show had a promotional plug for Lego Masters, The Masked Singer Season 3, Episode 9. Lego built clues, and Will Arnett is the guest panelist. Really? Oh, that's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch and see. Um, Masked Singer Season 3, Episode 9. Lego built clues. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to take a look and see. Oh, I was missing one piece. Let's get this on there. I believe that Lego Master Season 6 in the US is scheduled to air. Ooh, we finally put on the cape. That's fun. Okay, so we've got the cape that will open here in just a minute. And we also have the rod that's being used for the lightsaber. So let's begin bag 6 and get all these fun details on. But yeah, I believe I saw that, yay, lightsabers goodies. I believe I saw that LEGO Masters Season 6 will air mid-season, so that could be sometime in the fall, but it's likely after January, so we'll have to wait and see. But that is really, really fun to hear that they're teasing it. As we've been doing our rewatch, I've gotten asked a number of times, when does the next season come out? I've had to say, I have no idea. Lego Masters didn't even tell us when our season was coming out that early. So there's no way that I'll know before the people who are on the show will know. So really excited though for them to get their shining moment, which will be really fun. So, but yeah, the rewatch has been such a joy to do and has been so much fun to kind of relive our exciting experience and reconnect with so many of our friends whom we just love and adore. Like such a wonderful family of people that we got to connect with. So, all right, arm number 2. Let's get going. Let's get it moving. Let's get moving. Let's get grooving. Come on, Batman. I can't remember what he says from the Lego Movie 2. Mid-season is more late winter, early spring. Exactly. And that's where, given that mid-season, the reason I said it could be fall is the only reason it could be fall would be if they were to cancel something and replace it with Lego Masters. And I don't want that to happen for any show because you don't want any shows to cancel. You know, you want them all to have their success. But that would really be the only way that it would air before January timeframe. And even January is early. So like they had said our season could be mid-season last year, and mid-season actually meant May. So, you know, it was pretty late in the mid-season timeframe for them to get us on. And we ended up being more or less a summer season. But technically, they were saying that we were going to be mid-season initially. So we'll see. Fox has too much shows on the fall 2026 schedule. Yes, agreed. They always do. That was our big complaint with Lego Masters last year was it was like, y'all, everything competes with everything else, and you've got your own competition between your own shows here. Maybe don't have as many things in the running because then something can succeed. So yeah, we were thrilled that ours finally aired when it did, and I am so eager to get to watch new people on their season whenever that comes about. So hopefully mid-season works really well. So let's see here. All right. Okay, that one went on much easier, so it was just an issue with the other one that was not aligning correctly. Uh-oh. I think our 6'7" friend is feeling a little jealous of the fact that Brandon bumped up to the #1 top fan. Is that why you're popping in with all the comments? Thank you. So my watch band is from Apple, which is fun. But here, let me zoom in to show you. Let's see here. This one. Look at my background. It's upside down, but ideally you can see, let's see if it lights up. There we go. It is that build right there. So it's not a picture of the build, but it was, I switched it right after we went to see, actually when we were at the movie, I switched it there too. So yeah. Is it Shohei or Shohei? Welcome to my stream. I hope that you're having a good time, and it seems like you are, which is fun. Are you a Lego builder? I'm guessing you are if you're following the stream, which is fun. I go live weekly on Wednesdays, and this summer have also been going live on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m., and that's to do a rewatch of my season of Lego Masters. And so I was on season 5, and it's been fun for us to rewatch the season since it aired last year. And yeah, if you're wanting to hear some fun behind the scenes stories from Lego Masters, I definitely encourage you to watch those. So there's recordings from the first 5 weeks, and the 6th week will be live on Monday. So what kinds of things do you like to build? That's cool. Did you like it? I loved it. I loved the movie. I love all things Toy Story. I think they have done such a great job with those films in general. And I'm a big fan of Pixar. I think they're a fantastic company. And so was thrilled to see that once again they did a great job with the film. And I was thoroughly impressed. Hit all the emotional points that they normally do with their films. They're just so good. So. Have you seen it yet? And do you plan to? We really loved all the previous films too. And I think each time they've come out with a new one, I've been a little nervous that like, will this one do as well as the last one did or the last few did? And I think consistently they've done a really good job with it. So you like to build Star Wars mocks. Nice, that's fun. Um, cool. Yeah, I with Star Wars, I haven't done too many mocks. I've done some smaller mocks that have gone on our Winter Village because we always include some Star Wars elements and scenes in the Winter Village. But for the most part, with Star Wars, I've done mostly actual builds from sets. My mocks tend to be other types of themes, and often pop culture themes beyond what we see in Lego already. So I like to do things that don't already exist as Lego themes. I am very inspired by musicals and musical theater. And so some of my builds have been related to that. And I would say pop culture is a piece of that as well. So a lot of the musicals that I've built something for have also had film releases, either before they were on Broadway or after. So that's been a lot of fun too. But that tends to be an area of focus for me and my builds. And I also like to focus my builds on elements of diversity and inclusion. So, how do we think about? Thank you, Iggy. The shirt is from a shop called Valtees, Valltees, and I am technically a brand ambassador for them, which just means that I got a discount on this shirt and that I have a discount code that I can share with people. But I haven't really done much with that brand ambassadorship beyond just wear the shirt. But I love it. Their whole focus as a company is to send messages of kindness around the world and help people when they read their shirt see something that's a positive story. So this one says nerdy gay, which is just cute and fun and silly. But and the other shirt that I got from them says you are enough, and I love it, and I love when I wear it. I always get compliments from people who are like, oh, that is such a kind shirt. So that's a fun one. Um, so yeah, they launched their business I think last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. Actually, I think it was 2 years ago because I think I became a brand ambassador right after we filmed Lego Masters. And I was like, I can't tell this person who's running this company that I'll be on this show. But I would love to let him know if that helps him decide that I could be someone that could be one of their ambassadors. So, oops, dropped a piece. Here we go. All right, we're getting closer to building this wonderful lightsaber. So excited to get to that point, which is fun. Yo, I remember you from Lego Masters. Just found this stream in my feed. Yay, that's fun. Hi, croissants. Welcome. I am so glad that you watched my season and that you supported the show. It is such a fun show. And we had the most fun ever on it. Like, just a really great experience. So, if you are just finding my feed, it's likely then that you don't know that we are doing a live stream rewatch right now of our season. So, each week on Monday nights, I have been joined with John, my build partner from the show. And then we have another friend of ours from the season as well join us, usually a team, and talk with them about whatever episode. So we're about to talk about the Batman episode on Monday. So if you want to hear some behind the scenes stories from it, feel free to join us on Mondays. So all the recordings from the past 5 episodes are all up on YouTube right now too, if you want to watch any of those in the past as well. But welcome. It's good to have you here. The live streams have been so fun. Thank you, Iggy. Thank you so much. We have really been having a great time just reconnecting. Honestly, I'm sure it's coming through in those live streams, but we clearly developed wonderful friendships with these great people, and it's been such a joy to get to kind of reconnect with some of them because some we haven't really seen at all since we filmed. So, all right. So this arm, let me just get this right. Looks like this goes here and here. Okay, this is fun. So we're about ready to build a lightsaber. Okay, so we have this arm. Whoops, where's the camera? Here we go. We have this arm, and it's got this piece locked into place, so it looks like Vader is not going to be able to let go of the lightsaber, but that's okay. And this little red piece here is also going to fit in this little space to kind of help provide him some stability to hold it up. So yay, I love that you plan to tune in. That's cool. So we had one of your favorite seasons. That's really encouraging to hear. Thank you. So on Monday nights, it's 7:30 p.m. So it's actually later. And that's just because I have to do it kind of after work time for a lot of people. Whereas this I do, oh, cool. You got the schedule from Insta. Nice. Mondays at 7:30. Thank you so much. 7:30 Central Time. Yes, for sure. So if you're available for the live streams, awesome. If not, and you just want to watch the rewatch later, you can, all of those will be in my stream as well. Do you have any of the other buildable characters? I do. I have the classic buildable figure that's just behind me here over the shoulder on the shelf. And then I have the buildable Santa. So those two are done. And then one that's still in box that I need to do is the buildable pirate that was Lego House exclusive. So Philip and I, my husband and I, went to Denmark last year, and I got to go for fan media days, meaning I got to see the reveals of lots of cool Lego sets in advance as part of my work, which was a lot of fun. And then we went to Lego House, and while we were there, we got the exclusive sets that we didn't have yet, which is fun. So really looking forward to building that pirate. I'm surprised that actually it's lasted this long without being built, but I have plenty of review sets that I've been focusing on, so they've kind of taken precedence. So, but eventually I'll get around to it, which is fun. One other set that they sent me for review that I'm behind on is the new Lego House exclusive set, which is I Love Billund. It's actually I Heart Billund is technically the name, and it's so cool. Did you see they made a limited edition buildable Lego Batman? I did not see that they did make that, but I literally was just saying as I was building this belt that it'd be so fun to see Lego Batman. That's so cool. When did they announce it? Was it related to the game that's out right now? I am going to have to look into that. Thank you for letting me know. That is so fun. I'm curious, I asked this earlier, but for anybody who just joined the stream, are there any buildable characters that you would like to see done that haven't been created yet? Who would be your favorite? Okay, this is a cool technique. So let me show you first. I'm going to switch to just this camera view for now. We have the long part of the lightsaber through the middle line of it. We've got this axle, and that's going to make sure that it's not going to like bump and break in half. Then we have this piece here, and this piece is going to connect basically the top of the hilt. So using these square pieces that have the holes through them that are 2 plates tall, this attaches to that larger or the kind of angled piece, and then the hole, it's going to slide right on over just like so. And we're going to do that 4 times, and it makes a really cool space. So yes, it's for the Lego Batman game. I think it was sent to creators who make vids on the game. That is super cool. I did not see that. Lego had offered to send me the game, and I don't have the right devices for it. I use a Nintendo Switch for my gaming, and I don't have a Switch 2 yet. and they didn't have the Switch 2 option to send. And so I didn't get a chance to do it. But when we were at Fan Media Days, we did get to play for about 10 minutes to experience it. And it is a cool, cool game, which is really sweet. So I'm going to have to look up some of my friends who are Lego content creators that also do gaming and see if any of them got the Batman, because that'd be really neat to see. So wish it was a regular retail product. Same. A Minecraft Steve? Oh, that'd be fun. Or Spider-Man would be cool buildable figures. Okay, I am all for the Spider-Man for sure. Minecraft Steve would be fun. I am not a Minecraft builder, and so it would just be more fun for the scale and structure of it would be a little different than what we've already gotten. But that would be a really good one. September 20th is when the games come out on Switch 2. That is why it's been delayed. Okay, so maybe if by then I somehow switch my Switch into a Switch 2, which probably won't happen, but maybe I'll be able to get it then. So yeah, we were bummed when they said, hey, this offer is available if you're interested, but Switch 2 is not an option. It was like, oh, bummer. And I was disappointed, quite frankly, that they aren't doing it for the Switch, because I don't want to upgrade mine yet. They're too expensive. So me too, even though it even has printed pieces. Oh, wow. That's so cool. I love that. I love hearing that. Yeah, missed out on that opportunity, and that's okay. I'm glad that someone else got it, which is fun. So, all right. So more of the hilt is coming together here. Whoops. Come on. There we go. So gotta get the angle correctly. Okay, here we go. So now that this is here, we're gonna put it in his hand, like so. There we go. And then I think we're gonna build the bottom of it down here. So Switch 2 is becoming the console to get. Pokopia, Tomodachi Life, such cute and cozy games. Yeah, so here's my story. So in 2024, I believe it was 2024, I got really excited about Animal Crossing. I had never played it before, but Lego was releasing these adorable Animal Crossing sets, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. I would love those. And I downloaded an iPhone game called Pocket Camp, and it was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, produced by Nintendo. It was basically a mini version of Animal Crossing. Not the same by any means, but similar concepts and whatnot. And I was enjoying playing it and fell in love with the game and told Philip, my husband, hey, I really want a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. And he was like, no, I don't think that you need one. And he was just giving me a hard time. But secretly he'd been planning to get me one. So he got me a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. And then right after getting me the Switch, I got the Switch. He got me that plus Animal Crossing so I could play it. And then also a couple other games. And the Switch also came with Mario Kart. And I was so excited and started to play and was having so much fun. And then a big announcement came from Nintendo that a new Nintendo Switch was coming. And I'd been playing it probably for a month and a half at this point. And Philip said, do you want to see if we can return this? And you can wait until the Switch 2 comes out, and then we'll get you the Switch 2. Or do you just want to stick with the Switch 1? And I stupidly said, I want to stick with the Switch 1 because I'm enjoying playing it right now. And I don't want to give it up. And that was a big mistake because now the Switch 2s are expensive and the trade-in value for a Switch 1 is next to nothing. So it's hard to swap to the new one without just basically paying outright for it. So that's a bummer. And that's okay. It's not the biggest thing in the world. I am a gamer and I love it. And I enjoy that a lot of the games that I like that are now also on Switch 2 still play on Switch 1. But I know that's not going to continue forever. So eventually I will probably upgrade. And that's okay, but not for now. So, all right, this is really cool. Okay, y'all, look at this. Just look at the shaping. It's so perfect for what a Lego hilt looks like for a what do you call this? Lightsaber. Like such a perfect hilt for a lightsaber. So so cool. All right, so now we're going to attach this arm. And when we attach this arm, like I said, the red thing is going to go in a way that's going to keep it posed upward. So let me get it on first a little bit and then twist that. There we go. And what's fascinating to me is they didn't show to put that red thing in, and it needs to be put in correctly. So yeah, this is such an awesome design. Hey, Hector, good to see you. Welcome. I am building Darth Vader, and it's really freaking cool. I just finished the lightsaber, and now we get to open. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras for this so that you can see it up close. Now we get to open the magical bag that has the huge minifigure cape. Y'all, look at this. This is awesome. Okay, really cool. Really, really cool. I did not think about how there was going to be a cape in here. This is really neat. Okay, it goes on just like it would go on a minifigure over the neck part, but then we attach this rectangular piece to hold it in place. So that, since we're going to have to spend some time working on the head. So yeah, super accurate design. Very, very cool. Oh my gosh, this is so cool, y'all. Okay, so let me zoom in to the other camera for y'all. All right, so just to show you, here's the, ignore me. Here is the lightsaber. The hilt is really fantastic and looks perfect. We also have, let me grab him by the waist, and let me just show you this way. We also have those stickered parts here, here, and then the two sides of the belt, but all the rest of that is brick built, which is really fun. So if you look at an angle, you can see how they're a little bit raised, which is cool. And the back is very simple. There's not much to it, which is good because it's covered by the cape. But that is so cool. All right, we're going to move on to bag 7. It is 2:45. Let me take a look at my calendar to see when that event comes up. Let's see. Kirsan also asks, let's see, what are some of your favorite Lego minifigures? And says, I have an Animal Crossing Island 2. It's a very fun game. It really is. I love it so much. It's so sweet and so fun and so peaceful. Like, it's a great place for me to get lost in. And I know once I get a Switch 2, that Pokopia will be my first game for sure. I'm so excited for it. But for now, I'm still crawling along in my Animal Crossing and loving it. Okay, let me switch over to my calendar real quick because I just want to see when this happy hour is, and then we'll get back to building. Let's see, where's my email? Way too many tabs open. All right, it looks like, oh cool, so I've got some time before happy hour, so we're good. All right. So we'll continue. Answering your question, what is my favorite minifigure, or some of my favorite minifigures? First off, I have bags 7 through 10 really far away because I didn't have room on this table. But now I've got room. Y'all, we're going to finish it. I didn't think we were going to actually finish it today. But we are. I love when I'm able to actually do a completed set on a live stream. So, some of my favorite minifigures. Larry the Barista from the first Lego movie, or actually from both Lego movies, but from Lego Movie is one of my favorites. I adore him. And my first modular mock that I made was a cafe and record shop, and it was fully inspired by him as the cafe part because I needed a place for him to work. And I also made him some other coworkers that are all hipster style baristas that all work together in the shop, and they all play music, of course. And then I made it a record shop because I am a huge fan of vinyl. My husband and I listen to vinyl records all the time. It's a big part of life for us. and we really enjoy it. And so had to have a little minifigure scale vinyl shop as well. Okay, something is missing. What did I do wrong here? Oh, never mind. I see. I was reading it wrong. Um, but that would be one of my favorite minifigs. Another would be Poe Dameron. I loved Star Wars growing up. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't really watch much of it until I was like high school age. And then when the new movies came out, I fell in love with it. So I went from liking the movies to loving the movies because of the newer trilogy, um, which I know is not necessarily everybody's favorite opinion, and also it's fine. That's my opinion. We can all like things in different ways. But because that Poe Dameron is one of my favorite characters, and I was really excited to have him. I also love Princess Leia. She is another that is an incredible force of nature and phenomenal, phenomenal character. Also from the Lego movie series. In the first Lego movie, there was a Benny's spaceship that comes with my favorite version of Lucy, um, or Wild Style, and that is her in her spacesuit. So that's another of my favorites. I also love Sally Ride, who is the first woman, the first American woman to be on space, and she is in the Women of NASA set. So that's another that I love. I am a big fan of any costumed minifigures, and so all of the ones that came in the minifigure series where they're all animal costumes are fantastic. So those would be up there for me too. And then any others? You probably didn't expect this long of an answer. Oh, the King Kahuna is one of the most iconic memories for me from childhood. So that would be one as well. That came from, or Kahuka? I think Kahuna, but from the Islanders Pirates line. So that was back in my childhood. Okay, this piece is newer to me, and I'm very excited to have a whole bunch of them. But it is a reverse bracket. So we had this where these four were anti-studs, but now we have it where it has studs. Hello, Zach. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Pride Month. What is new in your world? Oops, I did something wrong here. There we go. Okay, let's go here. And then Hector says, to answer your question on the feed, I definitely love the Up-scaled minifig sets. Wish we got two to three a year, though. One Lego original minifigure from the minifig series and two from licensed IPs. That would be cool. That would be really cool. The one that I had zero interest in was the race car one. It wasn't for me. The one that I probably would have been most excited about if it came out first was the Spaceman. And given that it came out after we already had quite a few other ones, I thought, I don't know that I need this one. But I would rather have that one than the classic space or the classic minifigure, to be honest. But I do have the classic minifigure and I do enjoy it. It's just, it felt like, um, oh, we don't need all of them, I suppose, right? Um, and I'm loving that we're getting a few more licensed ones now, so that's cool. This is our second licensed one, is that right? Because we had the Harry Potter ones, and I think that's it. So far, is that right? Am I missing something? Um, Hector, I'm so excited to share with you that Lego is sending me the next wave of Pokemon. So I get to build all of those, and I'm going to do another Pokemon Week live stream. So get excited. You better be excited. Now all they need to do is introduce a Lorcana line, and then it's over for me. And I'll get stuck on another TCG. So, but yeah, really, really excited about those. I think it'll be fun to get to play with the smart play sets because I haven't had a chance to explore them yet in person. So, and my goal and hope with it is to see if there's ways that I can use them in mocks because I think it'd be fun to find some clever ways to use them. So, Pokemon! Awesome. So Iggy's a fan too. I became a huge fan in the last year. So I grew up where my family didn't really let us play Pokemon. I don't think there was anything behind it other than it was just a very expensive thing, expensive hobby since you were constantly getting new cards and whatever. And so it just wasn't something that we ever did. And uh, when Lego first announced that they were going to do the Pokemon partnership last year, I decided I want to learn more about this. And I started playing Pokemon Go, and then that boiled into loving it and getting excited about it. And I started playing the card game about 4 months ago, and I'm obsessed, and it's so much fun. And I play regularly now with all of my nerdy Pokemon friends in Austin, which is really fun. So I hope they see nerdy as a term of endearment because, as you can tell, nerdy gay. I see it as a term of endearment myself. Um, but it's been a lot of fun to get into, and the Lego sets really wowed me. Those first buildable ones, so incredibly cool, um, and yeah, made me an instant fan for sure. So yeah, I'm very excited to get to share them with y'all. So I personally really like the vibe of them. I think they're really cute. I know that people do not. I know that, there's varied opinions, but some really loud people have made their opinions against them known, which is fine. We're all allowed to have our own opinions, but I think that people are probably going to be won over by them once they get to experience them. That'd be my guess, but we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I think they're adorable. So yeah, gotta catch them all. And I'll get to catch all of them at once, which is wild. I always, forever want to be able to remember how lucky I am to be in this position of getting to review Lego sets and share them with y'all because it's such a gift. They are so kind to support my community this way and to let me um, get to hang out with y'all and do these really fun things. So, um, doing well, just returned back from Colorado. Yay! A friend and I did a road trip. Nice. Did have the Lego stores and some other Lego resale stores. We needed 2 copies of the Da Vinci Gift with Purchase. Yes, I just got that as well. And I haven't built it yet. I'm very excited. That was one that we got when we went to the store and bought some things last week. So, or over the weekend. That's really fun. Well, I'm glad you had a good trip and made it home safely. Have you had and please know that I'm not judging if the answer is no, but have you been able to build the new, the Keith Haring set yet? I have zero expectation that you have. I'm just curious if you had though. So, it's so fun. I actually had to take 2 pieces out of my yellow character from the Keith Haring set to use in my Toy Story mock that's right over here. And I was really, really disappointed because now there are 2 white pieces in that yellow build over there, and I need to fix it. So I'm going to have to place an order on Pick-a-Brick soon to get replacement pieces for it. But I love it though. So, and 2 times points. Yay. Absolutely. Yes. That was part of why I was excited to go to the store. We got 2 times points and we got the Da Vinci set, gifted purchase. And, y'all, I had a very Lego filled, week. I mean, honestly, my life is Lego filled, but, Philip and I went to, 2 Bricks and Minifigs, in town to get some parts, that he needed for his mock that he did for the Chief World Cup Watchers. And while we were there, I also sold some sets that were old sets that I needed to move on from. And I was able to do a trade-in for the Nintendo question mark cube that I'm so excited about. So very excited about. So really looking forward to that. Okay, here is a part of the mask that's right here. It is a stickered part that's really important to see. So when you see this, I hope what you hear is I'm pretty sure that we all hear that, right? I mean, even if I didn't make the noise. But that's really fun. I like that that's a sticker. And again, zero shade or anything at not having built it yet. I was just curious if you got to. So once you do, I want to hear about your experience with it because I loved it so much. It was one of my favorite sets. So, but that's really fun. Welcome back home. I'm glad you had a good trip. I wish that I lived closer and could join you for these road trips because I miss Colorado. I miss home. Hector, have you built the have you I don't know that we've ever talked about it, but do you like the art line? And if so, did you build the Keith Haring set ever? It's one of my favorites. And also, I guess that question could go to anybody on the chat. I just know that Zach has it. So, but yeah, that was in my list of favorite sets from last year, but maybe of all time. Keith Haring, I have a huge place in my heart for him and his artwork and his advocacy. He's an incredible, incredible person. And just love that Lego has this tribute to him. So, highly recommend. And now he has a little button nose. It's cute. Um, all right. This is actually really fun. And actually, so the head part is the part that, of course, is going to be the most complicated and different than, maybe not most complicated, but let me switch cameras. Here we go. The head part is going to be the piece that's going to be the most different and unique from the rest of the builds because its shape is so unique. And so it's not going to like open like the lid of the hat over the minifigure head that's perfectly rounded in that minifigure. And that this is actually proving to be a really interesting build so far. So, all right, I'm back. Oh, I wanted to drop a link for that store that has the Nerdy Gay shirt. Let me find it real quick. So, let's see, let me go to my link tree. Excuse me, Darth, Mr. Darth, Mr. Vader, sir. Let's see, link tree. There it is. Wow. It's wild that I can just Google it and it pulls up right away. I need to adjust some of these. There are some things in here that are outdated for sure. But here we go. So with this code, you should get 15% off if anybody's interested in any of their shirts. But like I said, I have a shirt that says "You Are Enough," which I love. And then I have this shirt that says "Nerdy Gay," which is super cute. And it's Valtese. They're a really great brand. So let's see. Okay, I pasted it into the chat. Did it go through? I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, that's why it's not pasting in there. Okay, let me... Okay, here's what happened. There we go. When I hit paste, it erased everything that was on the screen. I forgot that I'm using OBS, so it's a different it's a different approach here. Okay, cool. Glad it worked. All right. So yeah, so if anybody wants to support that, I get a tiny kickback when you use that affiliate link, and that link gives you 15% off of a purchase from them. So, but yeah, I randomly, the guy popped on my feed a couple of years ago because he gives like motivational and inspirational messages on Instagram, and I really valued what he was sharing. And he was talking about building this company and how his goal was that when people read the shirts, that they see and feel something positive, and that it's like sharing kindness with the world. And I was like, that is totally on brand for my build kindness focus with my account. And so really excited to support them. And he has some things right now that are some Pride specific purchases where if you buy them, it donates to an LGBTQ organization, which is really cool. He's queer himself as well. And so I always like to support queer businesses too. So you haven't gotten the set yet, but I do have the Mona Lisa set. Yay! And this weekend I ordered the big wave painting and bricks order to get the Da Vinci set. You also use my affiliate link. Woohoo! Thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the most to me when people use that because I don't get paid for doing any of the Lego Ambassador stuff. Obviously, I get paid with the free sets, and I won't discount that as something that's a part of payment because it is, but I can't pay for our mortgage with the free sets, right? And my YouTube is not monetized. So all of these watch hours that I'm earning here with y'all being here help me get eventually to that place of being monetized. And so you being here matters so much, and subscribing and liking and helping others find this channel matters so much. But the thing that actually pays me right now, and it's little bits here and there, but it makes a big difference, is using that affiliate link for Lego. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. And you just made my day. So thank you. If you, let's see, since we're talking about it, I'm actually going to drop that affiliate link in here as well. It's for any time you buy Lego online. So for anybody that ever wants to buy a Lego set, if you're planning to online, using this link costs you no money. But it does give me a little bit of a kickback for your purchase. So it means a lot to me when you're able to do that. So thank you. You're the best. That's awesome. And I love that you got the Da Vinci set. Zach was just talking about getting that as well, which is so cool. I'm excited to build that too. And I'm so excited that we have the little Mona Lisa tile in there. I have the big Mona Lisa set to build still that I requested for review way back in the day. And I'm actually planning to do it in a fun art building day with our best friend Marianne and our best friend Sean. And Sean has the Wicked wall art set that she wants to build. And then Philip and I are going to be building the first Da Vinci set, Starry Night, which our best friend Marianne bought me for my birthday a few years back, and I've sat on it for too long. So we're going to do like a fun art day, building Lego art sets, and I'll film some content with it, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun to get to build those art sets, and the Keith Haring one, mwah, just so perfect. I'm keeping an eye out on the Jaws set since it retires. It retires! No! It's so good! Oh, that's so good. I will say that it's awkwardly tall for most shelves, and so we have found it really hard to find a place to display it on any of our bookshelves. It has to be almost like on a freestanding thing with nothing above it because the mast part of it is just too tall, which that's my only complaint. It is such a good build. You should definitely pick that one up for sure. I didn't know it was retiring. I got really sad about that because it's just such a good one. I can't remember I don't think that was Lego Ideas, was it? I don't believe it was. I think that was just Lego Icons. But that's a good one to keep an eye on for sure. I know I've heard rumors about other sets being retired. I haven't heard anything official from Lego yet about it, but I'm always curious where people get their information from, because I don't know where to find that information. So is it just like somehow you see on the website that it's leaving soon? Because I know that they put that on there sometimes. But oh my gosh, these details on this face are just too perfect. Like these little bits here and here. Okay, it should go all the way in. Come on. Something is not lining up right. Oh, never mind. It sticks out a little bit. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So we have those two there. And then the Wicked Wall art is another set that you need to get. Yes, it is so good. I mean, obviously I'm biased because I'm a huge Wicked fan, but it is one of my favorites from last year as well. So, plus you get the minifigs, which I love the mini dolls. Not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan of those mini dolls, but I do love that we got them in minifig form too. So. I actually, Philip and I got the Wicked Wall art set for our friend Sean for Christmas. So that's why she's going to build that one. And then our friend Marianne, we got her the bookend set for Christmas too. So because they both love Wicked as well. And they also actually helped me a lot on behind the scenes on the project that I was working on for Wicked. They came over and would sort bricks, and they would help with putting together some of the skirt fabric that we had to put together and everything. And My friend Ben also helped me too from our lug. Um, they were the very few people in my life, beyond Philip, of course, who knew that I was working on this super secret project. Like I said, I could tell people that were going to help me out with the project behind the scenes. So all of them did, which was great. What am I looking for? Oh, I was looking for the wrong piece. I need it for Elphaba and Glenda's For Good outfit minifigures. Yes, you do, for sure. It's such a good one. So. Yeah, the minifigs are really fantastic for those sets. I was thrilled. Lego had sent me the pre-built sets actually, which I've never gotten from them before, but I got it when I was doing that Wicked project. And they sent it before anything had been revealed anywhere. And so there were no spoilers or anything yet for anybody to even see. And they arrived in the mail, and I was blown away because I had no clue what these sets were going to be. And they sat on in our kitchen on the shelf behind where I build in that kitchen table a lot for months. And I had to cover them up and hide them anytime anybody came over. To keep them a secret. And it was just like, I felt so lucky and so happy to get this opportunity. It was just the coolest. Like, that will forever be like just a favorite life experience. So, up there with Lego Masters for sure. For sure. And if you're coming to Brick Rodeo, Zach, and maybe anybody else, you'll get to see the skirt in person. I just found out for sure from Hook and I that they're the company that I worked with on some of the sewing side of it. They are providing me with a dress form that I can display it on. So I am so excited. Yeah, I was under an NDA for months and months. They reached out to me April 26th. I only remember that day because it was also the day that we found out that Lego Masters was going to be airing soon. So it was a big day, and we were in Colorado for actually saw Zach there, but we were in Colorado for Brick Slips, Colorado, and I had a call with them, and they told me what the project was and asked if I'd be interested, and I was like, beyond, like, this is the coolest thing ever for sure. And then from that point on, I couldn't say a single thing about it until we were able to. I traveled to oh, what's that place? I traveled to, actually, I can't say, but I traveled to a state in the United States where the influencer lives that I worked with. And after we filmed the content to reveal it, as soon as the reveal shared, which was in middle of September, that's when I was able to start talking a little bit about the project. And I think it was in October that the sets were finally revealed and shared. I could be wrong. Maybe they were revealed in September. But after oh no, they were already revealed by the time the thing aired because we filmed content with them. So I think it was September that I was able to start talking a little bit about the project, but I still couldn't share anything about what I was building. And really, nobody pestered me to try and figure out, which was nice. People were friendly and excited for me and with me for it, but no one was like, "Let me know this secret scoop," which was cool. So I appreciated that people just were gonna let it roll out the way that it's supposed to roll out, which was fun. So, and then the big reveal was actually the day of the premiere. We were in New York City. We filmed all of the content that was for the reveal that was shared, I think, the 2 days later. And we were up at 5:30. We went to the studio at 6:30. We filmed until 4:30 that afternoon, jumped into a car and went straight over to the premiere and walked the wicked red carpet. And it was a dream of a lifetime. Coolest experience ever. So, so fun. And then that night, I think some content was shared already because we were there live. So they let us share some things to our stories and whatever. And the official reveal of all the different pieces I built shared later that week. It was really cool. So if this is news to you and you didn't know about this project, many of you have probably heard me yammer on about it too much. So apologies for those of you that already knew. But if you didn't, if you go to my Instagram, that's where that content lives because the contract with the influencer was for it to be on Instagram. And there's bits and pieces here on YouTube. So there's a couple things that are collaborated with her and with Lego on my YouTube. But the big reveal one that shows all the pieces is only on Instagram. So I was a little bummed that I couldn't share it in YouTube as well because I wanted that on my Shorts feed. But that's okay. So time of a lifetime. It was such a cool experience. Um, and like I said too, at the beginning of our chat today, I'm so excited for Hook and I to get their time in the limelight as well with this, for it to be displayed at Brick Rodeo, because they had to be secretive, kind of behind the scenes with it, just with the way the contract worked, and so they didn't get as much visibility as I did on the project because Lego wanted to have the visibility be focused on me and the influencer, I believe. And so that was kind of how that contract was set up, in my understanding. And so, but they did tell me I can tell anybody I want, and share in my own posts and everything about the people who worked behind the scenes on it as well. And so I made it a commitment to myself to make sure that I had an opportunity to show off their work and to give them the credit that they deserve to. So I was thrilled to reach out to them and say, hey, guess what? Also, can I borrow a dress form? And I was so thrilled that they have one and are willing to share it. So they're super fun, super sweet, very funny, very talented people who do incredible work. And yeah, I'm just so excited. So I need to reach out to Brick Rodeo and see if I can get them complimentary day passes to come in during the days to see the things, since their art will be on display, and I want them to be recognized for that. So we'll see if I can make that happen for them. That'd be really cool. It's like little things I can do to, somewhat compensate them for their past work, but then also for loaning me the dress form for the show. But I'm so excited. I'm just excited for rodeo in general. Every time we hit Brick World Chicago season, I start to get FOMO from watching other people's posts about them, but I also start to get excited about like we get to have that soon. So in a smaller scale, but in a very fun scale. So rodeo is a really, really wonderful experience. Yay! I'll be obsessivelated about seeing it at rodeo. That's so wonderful. Thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've learned NDAs are not my favorite thing, but I will honor them if I get a cool opportunity out of it. Like the fact that we basically I'm on NDAs all the time with Lego because of products that we get to see and that get revealed to us before they're revealed elsewhere, as well as like sets for review and stuff that get shipped to us. I have to keep those under wraps, so I have to be thoughtful about making sure they're not in the background of the video or those types of things, which I can tell you can look all over this background and you won't find any because I'm really smart with where I hide them. Not in this room. And then also Lego Masters and some other projects I've gotten to do with Lego directly, and then also with other companies where I did some Lego built projects for them. So it's been really fun to explore what that world is like. So, and to have NDAs related to something I'm making, like that is the coolest thing ever. In the past, when I worked in corporate, my NDAs were related to what my company was doing, which I was proud of what we were doing and excited about it. But it's not this. It feels very different when it's your own intellectual property that you're helping hide, which is really cool. So your Wicked Playbill will be there too then, right? Yes. I think this will be my last year to show the playbill at Rodeo because I've shown it a couple different times. But I don't think I've shown it in Austin yet. Is that true? Yeah, I finished it right after Austin Rodeo in 2023. Wait, in 2024. Yes, I finished it right after Rodeo in 2024. My first time displaying it was at Brick Fair, Virginia, which was 2024. Then at Brick Slopes, Utah, and then at Brick Slopes, Colorado, and then at Brick Rodeo, Houston, and then at Brick Slopes, Utah again. But I'd asked them, like, I know you don't want people to bring their same things, and they said, no, bring it again. So I did. And then at Scareback Fan Weekend in Denmark. So then coming into this year, it'll be at Brick Rodeo, and then it'll be in Montreal at Le Summit de la Brique. Um, and I don't think I'll bring it back to Brick Slopes because I've shown it there twice. So we'll see. But um, Brian said last year, yes, bring it again. It's dope. And I was like, you're so funny. But I did. And it was fun to get to share again a second time. But yeah, I don't know that I will this year. So, um, but it will be at Rodeo. So this will be my first time, I guess, to show it in Austin. That's cool. I hadn't really thought about that. So um, I actually have an abundance of builds that I'm sharing there. It feels almost like too much, but it's in our home state, it's in our hometown. Like it's so much easier to drive them across town than it is when you have to like pack it in luggage and whatever. So yeah. Work. Yes, thank you. Also, did you see my mug for today? Work it, honey. Oh, there we go. It's from Queer Eye, which is fun. I'm actually, well, first off, let me show you the eyeballs. This is so freaking cool. It's really, really cute. The details on this are really strong. I'm very impressed. Let me finish this bag, and then I'm going to run into the kitchen to refill my coffee because I need more coffee, even though it's probably past time in the day when I should stop drinking it. Never, never. Okay, so these are like the bags in his eyes. You look so sleepy now, buddy. Do you have a rough morning? That actually makes the eyes look even better. You can't tell because it's all black. It's like just one big blob. But it looks cool in person, I swear. It's really neat. It is funny to me when you look at stuff like that and you're like, yep, no one will be able to see the details here. That's also part of the problem with the Wicked build is like some of the details really disappear. So, okay, so now we're using this really funky new, let me hold it up so you can see, but the really funky new shape of cheese wedge that is not reading as funky and new here, but it's the one that's like the corner cheese wedge. Oh my gosh, that's hard to show you. I don't know if you can see, like if I can get the light to catch part of it, but yeah, it's that new corner one. And that goes here, and then on the other side as well. Let's see. My Wicked quilt mosaic, yay! Plus my other mosaics tiles will be there. What I'm hoping to bring to, or what I am bringing to Rodeo. I'm so excited that Zach is finally bringing something to Rodeo, y'all. It is a big deal. He has said for years that he has planned to bring something each time, and he's been so generous and kind to help other people with their builds every time, which is wonderful. You are a really great human, and I really appreciate all of that. But I'm so excited for you to share your own builds and for us to see them. So thank you in advance for getting us the pleasure of getting to see your stuff. Now all we need to do is to get Hector to come over from California and come to Brick Rodeo, and Iggy from wherever Iggy is from. And who else? Let's see. Who else do we have? Croissants from wherever you're from. And there's a whole bunch of people that were on the feed today, and I'm trying to think of all their names. Sean is a different part of the country as well. We need to get him over here. Get everybody to come to Rodeo. That would be really fun. It'd be nice if the Wicked ones could be close to your builds. That would be so cool. I do know that they tend to do like, they do them by theme, so that's quite possible, which is good. So hopefully they will. Let's see, what did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. Interesting. Okay. So these pieces are going to help create that shape that's perfectly round around the sides. Nice. It's kind of hard to show you again, but that little slope there, it's very smooth. Let's see. I haven't heard of Rodeo before, but I am so curious to go to it. Yay! Oh, Iggy, you're in Dallas? Iggy, you need to know about this. Brick Rodeo is a convention that happens in Texas every year. It used to be over 4th of July weekend, and this is the first year that it's a little bit later. But it happens this year in Austin. We used to bounce between Austin and Houston. And before that, it was something called Brick Fiesta, and it bounced between Dallas, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. But since it got rebranded or restarted as Brick Rodeo, the bouncing has only been between Houston and Austin. So this year, and I think next year, but I'm not sure, it's going to be here in Austin. It is July 23rd and 24th, I think. Maybe 23rd through 26th. But the public days, right now it's probably too late to buy an all access pass, which is for AFOLs who want to come the whole time and display their work. But it's not too late to buy public passes. So you can buy a pass to come in and see all the really great work done by the public or on the public days and get to see all the really cool things that are here. So come on either Saturday or Sunday, but definitely get your ticket. And I agree with what Zach's saying here in the chat. Everyone, please put it on your bucket list to go to a LEGO convention, even specifically Brick Rodeo. You won't regret it. I 100% agree. Now, I will be honest, I used to plan Brick Rodeo, so I obviously have a bias, but I planned Brick Rodeo because my background in work used to be planning events, and that was what I loved to do and what I'm skilled at doing. And doing Brick Rodeo was a way for me to give back. And so by using those skills that I do professionally. And it also was the first convention that we ever went to, and so it has a big place in my heart. But it's more local for us, so it's easier. And I would say for Dallas, you can get down here for sure for it. So it's in Round Rock at Kalahari Resorts. Definitely put it on your list to go for the public days, either Saturday or Sunday or both, so that you get a chance to see the stuff. And then next year, sign up early to get your all access pass so you can come for all 4 days, play the games, go to the workshops, do all the things, and also display some of your Lego creations. Because Iggy, we need to see what you build. It's so cool. It's so fun. So that was a lot of preaching at y'all about the joys of conventions. But truthfully, my Lego building has yay! I love Austin too. That's where we live, so that's where I'm streaming from. But I love Lego conventions because that's a big way that I learned how to mock and how to do the cool things that I've been able to do and grow as a builder. And there is just something so special about getting to display your work where the public can come see it, because you get to see it through their eyes, and it gives you a much deeper appreciation for your own build skills and talent. And so that's also really good. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some coffee because I need a little fuel. It may not seem like I'm tired to you, but I am. So please watch this pause scene that will just be a frozen picture. I need to get a better, like, be right back thing ready. But this is all I have for now. So be right back in like 1 minute or so. All right, I am back. If someone will do a thumbs up in the chat or something, if you can hear me. I heard my headphones disconnect, so I don't know if they are disconnected or not. So if you'll let me know, because that happened earlier, and I don't want to be talking without y'all being able to hear. So, got my coffee refreshed. We're good to go. Wow, Zach, it's been 4 to 5 years. Isn't that wild to think of how quick time flies? Like, I'm so excited for a rodeo and just so amazed at, yeah, how quickly just everything flies. Oh, and thank you so much for your kind words. You're so sweet. It's been really wonderful. And the experience of just like being involved in the Lego community, it's so fun when you get a chance to go to a convention and get to meet people that you've talked with for a long time online, or you've watched their streams or whatnot. And so I would say anytime we go somewhere and you see me, please say hello and tell me what your name is on YouTube and your name in real life, because I may not know you as well from your face as you know me, because obviously it's one-sided this week. Awesome. Thank you, Iggy, for letting me know. Because yeah, like uh, it's always interesting to me when you're like, oh yeah, I'm meeting someone that I've never met before, and I may know them, but I don't know that I know them. So that's what I couldn't remember. I went the first year after COVID, the year it was announced Brick Rodeo, not Fiesta. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, that's wild. Yeah, we went to the very last Brick Fiesta. That was our first Lego convention. That was in 2019. And then I think 2020, everybody took a year off. And then when it came back, it was Brick Rodeo. And so we went in 2020 and went in 2021. And I think I was on the planning committee for 2022 and 2024, maybe, or maybe it was 21 and 23. I can't remember. But I specifically was on the committee the years that it was back in Austin. And then when it was in Houston, I was involved and still helped out quite a bit with some different things, but I wasn't a co-chair. And in 2024, I knew that there was a possibility our season of Lego Masters would air, and I didn't know when, and so I didn't want to add co-chairing to my list of things because I had a lot of other things going on, and wanted to make sure that I was free to focus on the show and show promotion and such. And then it didn't air until 2025, but I did the same that year too, of like, you know what, I'm not gonna sign up to be a co-chair. And coming into this year, even though it was in Austin and the show had already aired, I still just was ready to continue my pause from running it. And I wasn't running it myself. I mean, we had other co-chairs too, but it's a lot of work to put these things on. And I think it's something that is really good for people to share the load and spread that out with each other. So I'm grateful that others have taken on the mantle and continuing to help it go really well. It's a really good group that helps plan it. Everybody cares deeply about the community, which is really fun, and making sure that it's a good experience. And so that's been really nice. And I still help out and still do different events and activities and things. I just am not listed as a co-chair and am not responsible for all the things. So yeah. So I'll be leading a couple different things at this year's event. I'll be co-hosting the Gayfels meetup again that Philip and I have historically just co-hosted because we both love it and enjoy it. And John is a co-chair of the whole thing. So he is planning the whole thing, but he'll be at the Gayfels meetup. But it's nice to not have to have him co-chair it as well, or co-run that. So it's nice that Philip can do it with me. Philip's my husband. And I'm listed as the person in charge of like a meetup for content creators, but it's not really anything in particular. It's just like hey, if you're a content creator and want to meet other content creators, come to this meet and greet. So it's not really meant to be a super structured thing. I'm curious as to how that'll be. I'm curious if it'll end up being content creators that come, or if it'll be people who want to meet the content creators. Because I know in my case, I don't feel like I have fans. I feel like I have friends. Like, I feel like y'all are my friends, right? And so, yeah, in some cases, it's like, oh, I do want to meet you when we're at Brick Rodeo together. But it's different than like Amasaurus, who has a million, I think, YouTube subscribers and a million people in her life that all know her really well because they watch all of her things, but she doesn't know any of them, you know? She obviously knows some, but it's impossible to know all of her fans. And sometimes at these types of events, some people will be like, oh my gosh, an opportunity to meet her, which is kind of like work for her. Um, so I'm curious if like what that'll be. I was just asked to host it because I am a content creator, and they know me, and we're like, "Hey, will you do this?" So I was like, "Sure," but yeah. So let's see. I feel the Gayfuls meetings have been going amazing. Thank you, and growing every year. They have. It's been so fun to see more and more people get involved and support and show up. We have such a warm reception from people at Brick Rodeo, which is great. You know, people hear Texas and they automatically assume that it's homophobic. And I would say there are people in Texas who are, but I would say within the Lego community, we have a really wonderful support system here that tends to be really welcome and opening, or really welcoming and open. And so that's been really wonderful. And I appreciate that Brick Rodeo has made it important enough for them to ensure that we continue to have a safe space for the queer community. So um, I've really enjoyed being able to be a representative that helps provide that space. So yeah, if you're coming to Brick Rodeo, which you all should be if you have the opportunity to and live close enough, Iggy, not to put you on the spot, but please say hello, come find me, introduce yourself, and let's meet in person. And let me know if you're a hugger or if you're not, because I am a hugger, but I know not everybody is. So. All right, this is so cool. So to do the rounded parts, you can see from above how that all works. Let me switch this camera off so you can just see that. But you can see these just go out to the sides, but then these pieces here and here are attached using these hinges that move a little bit, and that allows us to have the rounded part go all the way around, which is pretty cool. So it'd be nice to get the 1x2 Gayfuls 10-year brick for badges. Oh, I haven't seen them yet, but I did hear that they were available maybe at the thing that happened in LA. And so were they available at Brickcentric? Maybe? I think you were there, right? Um, but anyhow, I haven't seen them. And so, and I don't know yet if they're sending them for us to give out. It'd be cool if they do. That'd be really neat. So, um, we have great friends over at Brixalotl who do the printing for the print brick badge swag that gets given out at the Gayfuls meetings. So that's really nice. They're a great company. Oh, cool. You got yours. Nice. Hey, Missy, welcome home. We're building Darth Vader. Here's a lightsaber. I know that's not the noise it makes, but it's more of a just playing, just playing. And when you come to Brick Rodeo, because you're going to, you'll also get to meet Missy, who just joined the chat. Missy and Bev are friends of mine from our lug who join my streams often and are very supportive and kind. So make sure you say hello when you see them. And Missy, since you just joined, I'm going to put you on the spot. What are your thoughts on the buildable minifigures? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you own them? If you like them, which ones do you want to see made next? Oh, and also, Missy, I said this earlier, but I know I can't wait for rodeo either. We've just been jamming out about how much fun it's going to be and telling lots of people, hello. I love that you love the sound effects. Thanks, Bev. This is Bev, Missy's mom, an amazing builder as well, and super fun supporter of me. Y'all have been so great. Welcome home from work. I'm glad you joined. We are building Darth, and he's having a good time with us so far. Um, so, but yeah, I want to know from y'all what your thoughts are on these buildable figs. Are they ones that you like or don't like? And if you like them, are there other characters that you want to see done in this style? All right. Yeah, the head is really interesting. The shaping is really fun and unique. You don't have any, but they look cool. You like the blue spaceman. Yes, agreed. The blue spaceman is the one that if I didn't already own the classic space figure and the Santa buildable figure, I would have instantly bought the blue spaceman. And when they announced it, I was like, I wish they would have started with this one because I think I would have bought it over the classic minifigure. Although I really do love the classic minifigure one. We just we're running out of room, y'all. We're running out of room. So it's, life is really hard. Yeah, there's just not enough room in our house for every single one. But when they announced this one, I was like, hey, Lego, I really, really, really want to review this one, please. I'm a big Star Wars fan. And they sent it. So I'm glad. I'm very happy to have it. Philip was like, oh dear, another one. I was like, yep. Surprise, more fun. We need to find more room. Our house is so full of Lego. Okay, what did I do wrong? I did something wrong here. This doesn't go that way. This goes like that. I think. Okay, yeah. And then I get these guys. Cool. Um, they're a really fun build process for sure. The Blue Spaceman, I think, would be my favorite of the options that are available. Um, of the classic style. Although the Santa was actually pretty cool. We also have the classic pirate one from Lego House, and we just haven't had a chance to build it yet. Okay, cool. So I built eyebrows. Hey, that's fun. So this is one eyebrow. It's going to go on the front here, and it's going to go like so. So you got to bend it a little bit first, and push it into place. Nice. That's cool. Creates a nice little. It's so hard for this, these black bricks all together. It's so hard for you to see the effect of when I'm adding things. But I promise it's cool if we can get it to catch the light. There we go. Look at that. The shaping around the eye is really strong. That's pretty cool. So, all right. So we did that, and then we need to add a little bit more detail above, and then we need to add a little bit more detail on the nose portion, the bridge of the nose. So that's going to be one of these longer cheese wedges. All right. And then fast forward because I already did all this. It's just mirror imaged. Okay, cool. So now we have the top rounded feature all completely rounded. And we have the front that just looks really good. And I love that sticker. Hey, Abram, welcome. We are building and almost finished with this guy. We got the Darth Vader set. So really, really cool. Welcome to the feed. Yeah, it's super, super cool. Curious on what you like to build. What are your favorite Lego themes? And what are your thoughts on these buildable figs? Do you like them or not? I'm really enjoying this build and really happy that Lego sent us one. So this has been a lot of fun. Let's see. Yes, Brickcentric will be in January next year, pretty sure. Cool. So that's on my list as well, to get to go to. We really wanted to go this year and had the trip to um, Paris like timed at a time that was really difficult to do both. Plus, that was a very expensive trip, so had to pass it up this year. But it is on the list for future years, and I think that's one that Philip is really eager to go to as well. So, all right, here is, I think, the end of bag 9. So we've got, let me move my other camera off for a second. So we have the shaping of the head that's really nice and round. I like that this creates that ridge that you expect to see with Darth Vader. It is so hard to show you these details with it being all black. But yeah, it's really cool. The stickers on the eyes are great. The sticker on the mouth part is great as well. And I love the way that they did this and then have that like at the triangle shape. So, and then the back is the part that will be the very last bag. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, the pirate one is definitely one that I'm very excited about. Cannot wait for, or not cannot wait. I've been waiting. We've had it since we got back um, from Denmark in October, but just have not made the time for it yet. So that's when I need to make the time for it. The other set that I really need to make time for that LEGO sent for review is that huge aquarium. I'm really excited about it. I honestly am. It's just I have not had time to dedicate to that big of a set when we've had all these other sets to do. And it came right as I was doing that Wicked project. So it was like not possible to really dive into it. And that's okay. That's okay. LEGO is understanding, which is good. All right, so this is going to connect on here. So let me put that in place. And I'm just going to lift this up so that you can see. So now we have a very skinny-faced Darth Vader, which is fun. So we'll add on more to him from now and finish that off. So final bag, y'all. Bag 10. Get some coffee to refuel. Missy and Bev, I'm very excited to share with you that LEGO sent me an email today saying that they're going to send me the next wave of Pokemon sets. So I will finally get to play with LEGO Smart Play and get to form my own opinions of it based on my experience with it, which I'm excited for. And I'm excited to see if there's ways to incorporate those Smart Play sets into, or Smart Tags and things into MOCs. So look forward to another week-long stream of Pokemon. For those who are new here, Missy and Bev are my Pokemon buddies that I play Pokemon Go with, and they have been so kind and friendly to help me understand how the game works as I was getting started, and are big fans of Pokemon. So it's been fun to get to share that journey with them, which is really cool. So Hector, who's also on the feed, Tito, he is also one of my Pokemon Go friends. I actually call the three of them my Pokemon trainers. They're like my coaches that have helped me train and learn how to do all things Pokemon. So, and Hector actually also previously played the card game, and so when I started to play the card game, was helpful for me there too. So. But yes, I'm excited. It'll be fun to finally get my hands on those sets. I have been eager to try them since they were first announced. I know that there's lots of heated, strong opinions that people have, and I want to come up with my own opinions from my own experience with it and show you the pros and cons of it. I will say right off the bat, one big con is that this adds a little bit of expense to the sets that have the smart bricks in them. But I do like that their approach has been to include the smart bricks only in some of the sets, and that way the rest of the sets are smart brick compatible, but you can still build the sets and play with them without the smart bricks. So it's not necessarily something you have to have. But to have it do those extra things, you need the smart bricks. And the cool thing, in my opinion, is that doesn't change the price then of a set if you are buying it for just play in general, right? You're able to still get the set and play with it just like you would have before, but it's that bonus add-on if you want to do the smart brick stuff. Now, the sets that have the smart bricks in them those are more expensive, and it makes sense that they are because of the technology. So, um, but I do like that they didn't make it where every single set has a smart brick, because that would be forcing people to pay more for stuff when maybe they don't want to. Maybe they don't care about the smart brick stuff. So, all right, this shaping is perfect already. I'm liking the way this is working, and I think we're going to build maybe two of these to go on the sides, would be my guess. Let's see. But yeah, that was a fun email to wake up to today. With Denmark being ahead of us in time zone, usually my communication from Lego is I hear from them in the morning, and then they respond to me the next morning if I send them a question, because we're just not on the same schedule. Um, so yeah. The embargo date for those is later than what I was expecting it to be, so I reached out to them to say, hey, is this right? Just so that I know and can plan effectively ahead of time. Because I want to do the live streams like I did last time, where I did a full week of them. Because it was just so fun. It was so fun to get to do that with y'all. So once I know, I'll let you know, and you can plan ahead potentially for those of you that have the chance to plan ahead around this. What is the top Pokemon set you're looking forward to build? Good question. The Mewtwo one, where Mewtwo is in the floating um, mechanism thing, like that to me is the most beautiful of the builds. I think it's going to be a really interesting one. Okay, quick hold on that question. So I want to show you this connects. So there's these little bars here on the inside that are really hard to see. There you go. Now you can see them. Those are going to connect to some clips here on the back of the head. So I'm going to raise this up for you to see. On the back of the head, we have those clips. This is going to, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I can't. So we'll do this, and then I'm going to move that up. There we go. So you can see that clips in here, and then it forms that like perfect shape for the back. The back of your head is ridiculous. Yay, cool. Okay, and then we'll do the two side ones. So let's bring this back down so you can see that my hands are building. So that is probably the one that I'm most looking forward to building, because I think the build techniques will be interesting. I am excited to have this new style of building because they all look cute to me. And I think that'll be fun. I know that some people were not happy with the way that they look based on the few pictures that people have seen. But I'm confident that they'll be cute once we see them in person. So, and I think it'll be similar to what people experienced with Brickheads, where they will actually like them a lot more once they've had experience with them. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe people will still hate them. So I do know, obviously, with them being smart brick focused, they're geared towards a younger audience. They're not necessarily geared towards adults, and that's okay. You know, we don't have to have every single set geared towards us too. But I, for one, am really excited to try the smart brick stuff because I do think there could be some fun application within mocks with them. So. And I just want to see what the technology is like, and also be able to answer questions from parents, because I'll hear from parents sometimes who ask my thoughts on some of those things. So I would love more buildable sets like the larger ones. Nothing has been revealed with any that are coming, so hoping that that's the case because I loved those. But of the ones that have been revealed, I'm really excited about Mewtwo. I'm really excited about. Wait. Something is wrong here. Oh, that's why. I'm excited about the Charizard one. I think that'll be fun too. So that's one of the ones that actually is comes with a smart brick. So yeah. So that's my answer for now. And also Jigglypuff. Not gonna lie, I think she's stupid cute, and I'm really excited that there's a little like concert type setup for her, since she's a singer. So it'll be fun to have her in Lego form. It's been so fun to be getting into Pokemon at this time. It's like such an interesting time in life to be diving into this fandom. And I feel like I just feel so lucky that I fell into it when I did. So, okay, something is wrong. What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. Okay, I missed something. I am clearly ending the build soon, so. I know, Lego are for kids. Get out of town. Get out of town. Yes, I'm excited about the Squirtle sets too. And the Ditto one that was revealed on the Lego website, that's the gift of the purchase. I believe that one is also coming my way. And I was really excited because it's Ditto as Squirtle, is what it's called. And I just think it's so cute. So very cute. It's funny because as I'm like answering these questions, I'm like trying to also make sure I don't say anything that I'm not supposed to say. And truthfully, I don't really know anything else that I could say, so it's nothing's gonna happen. But I still was like, wait, has everything been revealed? But they have because when I was inputting all the information from the spreadsheet onto um, my spreadsheet for my own tracking purposes of like what sets are coming and when the review embargoes are and all that kind of stuff. It was all stuff that I got from the Lego website, so clearly it's been revealed. So um, because as those of you who've been around here for a while know, I'm not allowed to talk about spoilers, or I mean leaks. So if Lego leaks come up on this chat, I'm never able to engage with you about them. So I'm not telling you not to engage in leaks, but I'm telling you that I can't. So um, and that's fine because I don't really view myself as like a fan media site that like is meant to reveal this stuff to you all. I only share the reveals for things that I'm super excited about because I want to. So, yeah, that gifted purchase, I'm thrilled that it's coming my way. Because in the past, when we would get review sets that came with the gift with purchase, we wouldn't always get the gift with purchase, and it was like, well, I don't want to go to the store and buy the sets that you just sent me just so I can get the gift of purchase. So they've switched that now to where we're mostly getting them now, which is nice. Okay, that went on very smoothly. There was one part that looked like it was, or felt like it was disconnecting a little bit, but it actually, like, it looks right to me. Oh my gosh, sorry. It looks good to me. Come on, focus. Ah, sorry. There we go. Yeah. It connects pretty smoothly to the side, or to the back. I think that's pretty good. So, nice job, Lego. All right, let's build the other side. And then we're done. And we did it, y'all. I was debating what to build today on the stream because I still have some other review sets to build. But all of the sets that I have to build now are all sets that are on store shelves at this point. By the time we got them this time around, they were a little bit later than normal. And so because of that, it was like, oh, bummer, we're going to miss. We're going to miss the Sorry, I got a text that totally distracted me. We're gonna miss the reveal when or the review window that's like before they're on store shelves. But again, I don't mind, especially with our live stream chats, like these I want them to be sets that are still relevant to, what's coming out on store shelves recently. So this one came out June 1st, I think. The other ones that I have though are predominantly Disney princess sets. And I don't know that you all would enjoy those as much. I like them. I like them for parts. There are some that actually have some really cool mini dolls and stuff in them. So there's some really good stuff coming or that came through with this wave. But I thought this would be a little bit more fun for y'all. And it was one that I was just like eager to build. So I was kind of waiting for the moment there. The set looks really good. Are the parts printed or stickers? They're all stickers, I think. Nothing is printed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stickers, but not too many, and they go on larger pieces, so it's actually pretty easy to align them. So I'm not mad, but yeah, for our friends who hate stickers, womp womp. Womp, 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 womp. Okay, let's see. This goes not like that. Something is wrong. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, that goes. Oh, okay, weird. That just attaches there, I guess. I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Now I'm just talking to myself. Clearly I'm running out of steam, y'all. Okay, this does not seem right. Something. I used the wrong shape somewhere on him. Let me. Oh no, I didn't. Wait, what? Does this go here? I did not use the wrong shape. I just got confused. um, but yeah, so anyway, I was debating which set to do. I decided on Darth because I thought y'all would like him a lot, and he's fun, and I was wanting to build him and get him in this built state so I can put him on the wall or on my shelf with all my Star Wars stuff. Um, but yeah, so I've got some Disney Princess sets left to do. I also have to share the Moana content from the Moana sets. Those were actually really fun. I did the Kakamora already, which is really great. Um, no Princess Shade or dislike here. Please build them. Okay, cool. It's good to know. Yeah, I really like them. They're actually fun and some cute builds for sure. I just was like a little bit more excited to build this one today. And they sent the entire wave of the Disney Princess line, and that's a lot of sets. And so I was also like, which one would I pick? I'm not sure. I did I shared, whoops, there we go. Okay. Ta-da! I shared the, last week Rapunzel's, wait, where does that go? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I have a part that does not make sense, y'all. And I think it might be when the head went on, because it looks like it's something that might hold the head in place. Oh my gosh, it is. Okay, let's remove this. Come on. Or come off. Come off it. There we go. So this goes in here to help secure it in place. There we go. Much better. Much better. All right. Y'all, here he is in all his glory. Let's see if I can get a better view for y'all. Okay, fun extra parts. All right, dun 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 dun. Let me move my picture. Over here. I wonder if there's a way to move this with the backdrop rectangle I created at the same time. All right, so here we have him, y'all. We'll get a 360 view. Super cool. This cape is amazing, and it's actual fabric. It's a little thicker than a Lego cape that we're used to, and it's really, really cool. That's a lot of crowns, girl. Yeah, love it. So fun. I think this is really well done. The shaping is great. I love the ridge on the top of the head, and the shaping on the front of the mask is really phenomenal. So let's zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. This arm can articulate and go up and down, so he can be holding something and raising it. This one cannot, and that is because there is a little red piece that's like slid into the side so that it will help with holding up the weight of the lightsaber, which I just touched, so clearly it's not dangerous. This is okay to touch. With the other modification or movement, head can spin all the way around like the Exorcist, which is always creepy to me. Let's undo that because I feel like if you go one way, you have to go the other. It's a weird superstition I have. And then he can sit, and y'all, he can kick. Da, 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 like he can do the can if you want him to, but he can sit, and that's just super cute. I love it so much. And he can just be like sitting and turn his head and say, "Hi, how's it going? Let me see." I'm gonna see if I can find a little Lego mug and see if it'll fit in his hand. I've always wondered. I think I have one in this room somewhere. I'm not seeing it on the back wall. But I do know where one is in our guest bedroom, so let me run to grab that so we can see if it fits in his hand. Is the red one in here? I have two of them. I have a red one and I have a Lego house one, but I'm not seeing either. So I'll be right back. As I am going there, let me know in the chat what accessories we need to build for Darth Vader. So he's obviously got his lightsaber, which is very important, probably the most important accessory for him. But what else does he need to have? Goodness gracious, this is so much dust on this. All right, what accessories does Darth Vader need for us to brick build for him? Last year at Halloween time, I taught people how to build a pumpkin spice latte for these guys. And because the arm of the character did not have something that could hold it up, he could not hold the pumpkin spice latte I built for him. So that was a big bummer. Okay, so this is a little too big for him. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind a mug this size. There we go. But the mug is like the size of his head. So yeah, definitely too big. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. Did the cape come just like a regular Lego cape with the two holes? It did. Yeah. So here I'll take the head off and show you because this is actually really cool. So here's the cape. It has the two holes and it's that exact same shape that you're used to. So you put one over the neck and then you put the other over like so. And then this connects on top and studs down, but then also there's an axle through it, so that helps it stay in place. So really, really cool. So I'm not seeing in the chat yet what accessories you think we need to build for him. So think on that and let me know what you're thinking he'll need to have because he's pretty cool. So the other thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to bring over the Kakamora because I want you to see it. I do have a video that I'm working on, like that'll be a YouTube short or a Instagram reel showing off these two characters, but they're so cute. And actually, I think I might have shown them last week when we were talking about the Disney, Main Street Disney, Main Street USA. But I'll still show them again because they're cute. So these were super fun to build. I thought they were really, really adorable. So here's one, and here's the other. I like them in the different colors, and I love their face prints. These were prints, so they weren't stickers, which was really, really nice. The hat part pops off, and whoops, the face is coming up. Let me move that. Well, I'll show you. So this is the printed piece. It's like a rounded piece that's solid, which is nice, and it connects using snap bricks on the front. And this also shows you a little bit of the angles that they used with these little minifigure shields, or like caution signs, I guess, that clip on to fill in the gaps. But it's a little opening, so you can actually store little tiny trinkets in there, which I thought was fun. So, and those just kind of rest inside. So, but super cute. Honestly, it'd be fun to do like a Hawaiian headband type thing for Darth Vader and give him some fun in the sun moments, similar to this. That'd be kind of cute to do. I love the idea of a coffee for him, but of course I love the idea of a coffee for any minifigure ever, so that's no surprise. And yeah, I'm not sure what else. I guess he could hold our brick rodeo cactus. Um, so the fun thing about these characters is if you do anything that's like this shape, it fits within their hands. So on our, oh, actually, let me get that one and we can compare those two as well. On the regular minifigure one, right now I have him holding a rainbow heart for Bread Month. So, okay, here we go. Oh gosh. Oh no! He's headless. I dropped his head. I'm so sorry, buddy. I was picking him up by the head, and that was a mistake. So that is an improvement that they made with Darth Vader, is that his head won't pop off like that, with it being both studded in, but also with the axle in there. So here is that minifigure, and size-wise, they're the exact same height. I'm gonna remove me from the camera so that you can see. There we go. Size-wise, they're the exact same height. So if we have him sitting, they sit at the same height. This, though, opens to reveal a little scene. And inside, you can actually see I included a little pumpkin spice latte that matched the larger brick built pumpkin spice latte that I did for him. So I forgot that was in there. That's kind of cute. And I like that there's this little like gear system, and it's like this minifigure is controlling the larger upscale minifigure. The arms are a very similar build. The legs, I think, are a little bit different, but I can't remember. And the torso, they both have the same type of shape, but I like with this one that we were able to put some tiles on the front as well to add some more detail. Obviously makes sense that this is a solid flat print. I do have some stickers that I've been debating putting on here because the very front of it, if you can see, is actually one square. It's just like one large square piece. And so that would be a really good one to put a sticker on. And one of the stickers that I have is a really fun gaming one that came from a set that I thought was really cool. So pay no attention to the minifig behind the cap, right? Can we see your pride heart for the fig? Yes, thank you for the reminder. So this is my pride heart. It's very simple. It's literally just like 2x2s, squares, brick stacked, but he holds it perfectly. And it's light enough that he can hold it up, which I thought was really fun. So once I realized that fit, I was like, okay, this is perfect. So I started with this idea of building these little things for them when I did the pumpkin spice latte. I took that one apart because it kept falling over and was broken. And it honestly, I wasn't happy with how it looked. It was less perfect than I wanted it to be. And so I wanted it to look a little bit more like this round one. And it just, scale wise, something was off with it, but it was way too heavy for him to hold. But what's cool is, so I'm going to show you the side of his arm. So in this arm, I'm going to remove this just for a second. In this arm, when you go up, you can see there's nothing underneath it, right? So with, I almost said Frankenstein, with Darth Vader under that arm, I'm going to have to take it off entirely. You can see how they added in that panel. And then you can see on the inside here how we've got this red piece. This red piece, after we connect the axle to the top here, this red piece just like rests in that panel, and that helps make sure that he can hold up the arm that's holding the lightsaber. So that would be the fix that I could do for my minifigure one, to have him holding something like the big coffee mug that we made last year. So satisfying to have this. So one thing I wanted to try, and I don't know if it'll work because yeah. Well, I think I'll just remove this for now. Because why not? If we take off this piece. I love it. Okay, and then we put that back in. This can attach there. Oh my gosh. It's just fun. It's silly. So this actually isn't attached. I would need to switch out. I would need to put a little round thing there to attach to this thing so that it can turn its head. But it's fun. I like him in the regular classic suit, and I really like him in this. Although I kind of want to take the hat off and just make it like the little knob on top. So silly. Okay, let's switch him back. I suppose if I must. Okay. Put this back in to hold this in place. Oops. That's not wanting to go in. Let me figure out what's wrong there. Oh, okay. So I think this just actually goes in here. That's weird. Maybe that's just to sit in there? I don't remember that. There we go. Okay. So take this off, put that on. Ta-da! Yay! I did want to previously build different hats for the minifigure. I thought that would be kind of fun to do, but haven't gotten around to that. So far I've only built the pumpkin spice latte. Ridiculous and silly and fun, but I like it. I like it a lot. So anyway, really cool. I'm pretty pleased with this. He stands pretty tall when he's standing. I think I'm going to keep him sitting because I think it's cuter. I think he just looks a little adorable with that. And then right behind me down here is my Star Wars shelf. And so I'm going to put him on the Star Wars shelf if I can find a space for him. We'll see. And then we'll call it a day. Let's see. So there is not a space for it sitting. I think he might have to stand. And I think I may have to move the Mandalorian helmet. So let me, here, I'll move this closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So there's my Star Wars shelf right here. And I'm going to turn off this camera for a second. So I think I'll have to move this over, which means it's going to be a little hidden, but that's okay. And then we'll put Darth Vader in there. Ugh, come on. It's actually, he's kind of hard to hold on to with the cloth, the fabric, because it's slippery against his back. And so I was afraid he was going to slide out. But yeah, he fits in there. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah. We need a big sun hat for Vader. Right? I agree. I think that would be fantastic. All right, friends, we are done with today's live stream. I had so much fun with y'all. Thank you for joining me and hanging out. If you want to join me again, the next opportunity will be Monday night, where we will be rewatching the Batman episode for LEGO Masters. Very excited for that. It'll be me and John and two other people. I can't reveal who yet because I'm still waiting on hearing back from some people, but very excited to have friends from our LEGO Masters season joining us. We've been having so much fun with those. So please watch the Batman episode if you haven't yet. Disney Plus or Hulu or Tubi to watch any of those. And then I'll be back again next Wednesday as well to continue doing some live builds of some review sets. So big hugs, build kindness. Thanks for joining. Bye, y'all.